Boom, 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 boom. House gang, house gang. What up, what up, what up? Got a guest with me today. Got the homie Marcus from back of the bus. What's good, Marcus?
What's going on, bro? Appreciate the invite.
Yeah, man.
Audience chat. Appreciate y'all having me for sure. We're gonna talk this Wonder Man.
Gotta talk this Wonder Man. Gotta talk this Wonder Man. A lot of people, I haven't really seen mixed reviews. A lot of people glazing it. Critics came out glazing. I'm seeing. I guess they would be regulars. I don't even know what to call. What is Marvel's? I don't even. Does Marvel even have a general audience anymore? Or is it just people who just don't really have a way to make a distinction? You know what I'm saying? Because the glazing I see is like, why y'all glazing it like it was something? I
That it
saw one
wasn't.
person say, "Oh, this was such a personal show," blah blah. And I was like, "Did y'all not watch Ironheart? Like, was Ironheart one a personal story? Was that not a heartfelt, humanistic story? No, the
Well, so it's first of all, it's a story about Hollywood. So you knew Hollywood was gonna love this movie. They was gonna eat it up. Like a lot of people probably saw their story in Simon Williams' story. It's also it's not very it's not heavy-handed in narrative. Like they kind of lay it out very early what the conflict is and what this character's quote unquote secret is that
yeah,
everybody just know about. It's a secret that everybody know about. Um, but that was the conflict, and it never really veered off from that. So it began to be this like marathon of meta conversations, and never really materialized as a superhero show. So your Hollywood crowd, your artsy crowd, right? Like those folks
mm,
love that type of shit. And I can't even say in terms of my own review of the series, I'm about 95% through of it. I got about 15 minutes left in the last episode. Um, I would say that the best description that I've heard so far is that a non MCU version of Wonder Man is probably fine. Like it's a totally digestible show and one that probably people can emotionally connect to. In terms of a superhero show,
mm,
I
yeah,
it just it ain't very much there. Um, I think that first of all, before we start digging into the stuff I didn't like. I think this was similarly to Ironheart. It was shot very well for the
yeah.
actors that were involved, right? I
Mm,
think a lot of times, even Yaya has been shot in some not so
subtle
graceful
way.
lighting,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, or color grading. So like that side of it, which you would expect from a Disney Marvel production, but it was on point. I thought the score improved as the show went on. I thought it was way too whimsical through the first couple of episodes. It was like, man, all right, do you take this shit serious? Like the shit that you showing me. Like, I get we doing our standard MCU joking. I get that it's pretty lighthearted here in the early episodes, but like, do you take yourself serious?
Yeah.
That improved throughout the series. It has started to add some tension to some different points that they were trying to make, the key conflicts. The bar scene was one. Obviously the conversation with his hating ass brother in the
Mm.
kitchen.
Oh, Eric. Yeah.
Eric, yeah. That was, it was all intensified, but I feel like we would crest at a moment of all right, something about to pick up, like something about to happen, and then it would just die back down back into these deep, long dialogues between Slattery and Yaya. What did you think about them together, Yaya and Trevor Ben
I already talked
Kingsley?
about them before. Before I even saw the show, I was they yes, great chemistry. Great chemistry.
Mhm.
But who fucking cares? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
why.
was trying to figure that out too. I'm like, why do we care about this?
Who cares? Who cares? Let me play my introduction. Let me introduce the show real quick,
For
man.
sure.
Um, I'm Bluminati. This is Blues News. We're talking Wonder Man. I'm gonna tell you exactly why I think the critics is gaslighting us. Yeah, man, don't forget to hit that like button as you come in, like, share, subscribe, do all the things that you need to do as you come into the house. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, back to Slattery and Simon. Like we was talking before we started the show, if this was just a regular TV show about two actors who was trying to get a gig or some, you know what I'm saying, something like that, great show. I left this show saying Yaya played the hell out of whoever that was he was playing in this TV show. You know, you muted, Mark. You muted.
My bad.
Whoever Yahya Abdul-Mateen was playing in this show, he killed it. He killed it. But that was not Simon Williams. No iteration whatsoever. That's just some random black dude named Simon Williams.
So to me, I heard that apparently there was a pitch show for Trevor Slattery, just him by himself. And so when both of these shows kind of got in limbo, they ended up merging them together, which is the damnedest idea to me, because Trevor in the position he was in related to Simon and Wonder Man, that could have been anybody. It could have been anybody, like any person who was wrapped up in Civil War. Hell, it didn't even have to be a prior MCU narrative. They could have just been in trouble with the law. Just been in trouble with the law. And so I'm trying to figure out why these pieces go together. Why did we split Simon Williams and Wonder Man as a character? Why did we do that? Why is Simon Williams now just like a person with Wonder Man's powers playing a made up character in the MCU? And the reason why that it was so particular to me that they did that is because they went out of their way to make sure that they implanted us in this world.
Right.
Not in terms of all that ad placement that was in that shit. I heard American Horror Story. I heard Severance. I heard, it was all them the like our world brands and television shows. To a degree, I got it because it's a show about Hollywood, right? So we would know that, but like it don't have to be our Hollywood. Like we still supposed to be in the thing.
No, they want to make it as close to real life as possible. So Simon Williams is your next door neighbor.
Yeah, man. What does that do for the broader audience as a character? Like I absolutely understand why the 20 or so critics that have been able to review this movie so far, or this show so far, or before we started watching it on Rotten Tomatoes, gave it this score, because it's built for that crowd. But I'm trying to figure out how this served what they're going to be attempting to do later on this year with Doomsday and Spider-Man. Now, maybe those things don't need this show. Maybe they were going to trudge along regardless of how this show did. I just don't understand how we're building on the MCU with this show.
Well, remember, this is an older show. This show, 2022, I want to say it was conceived, came up. I listened to Tina earlier today, and what she talked about it, she said that Kevin went after Yaya for this. He didn't go after Yaya for a black role.
Fam, let's stay here right for a second. For a second. How dastardly is it that he be going out here and getting some names, y'all? Kevin Feige and the MCU at large have had some names in Black Hollywood. They got Yahya Abdul-Mateen now. They've had Sterling K. Brown. Obviously, they had Michael B. Jordan. They had Angela Bassett. They had Forrest Whitaker. They had who else am I missing? They had Lawrence Fishburne.
Yep.
Like they've had Idris Elba.
They had heavyweights. Only heavyweight is Denzel.
Don Cheadle, Samuel L. Jackson. They have had so many black actors. The only one that popped and made it to like mainstream status off of what Marvel did to them, Chadwick Boseman.
That's it.
Chadwick Boseman. And that shit was a mistake. You see, that shit was an accident.
An aberration.
They have not backed a black project like that since.
it almost seems like Feige goes to get these black elites, you know what I'm saying, or heavy hitters, because I think Yaya is one of them, and kind of puts them over here to pit, like, all right, you go do this. We're not gonna give you no more budget. Like, for this movie to even be considered to be, like Lawrence said, this was gonna have the Batgirl treatment at one point in time.
It was gonna be a tax write-off. It was gonna be
A tax write-off,
and
right?
it feels like a tax write-off. It felt like something that nobody was really paying attention to when they made it. And again, it's no disrespect to the overall quality of the show. It was shot very well.
Right.
It flowed well. It's just not an MCU project, y'all. It's just not. Outside of the 3 times this man spazzed out and used his powers on mostly no one.
No one, right?
Then it just wasn't. It wasn't what I necessarily showed up for. I don't know what I was supposed to be expecting, but it wasn't that.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm showing up. I said it seems like Wonder Man is like that technical rapper. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But he's real technical, lyrical, miracle, yada, yada, yada. But it's like, man, I didn't show up to hear or read the dictionary. You know what I'm saying? And it feels like that's what this show is. Let me pull the curtain back of how Hollywood is.
Yeah, why do we need that story in the MCU? Yeah. Why do we need that?
Need a Hollywood story in the MCU? I don't need that whatsoever. None. Zero. Like, why are you giving me a slice of life TV show?
Hey, that's literally how it felt. Like, the main plot was the acting, and the superhero business was the backdrop. Yeah. It was the B narrative. It was the side plot.
Like, why am I getting this in a TV show? So the argument was, you know, before it dropped, damn, they disrespecting the show, they dropping it all at once. I see why now. Imagine
it doesn't feel like it warrants a weekly, because there's no stakes. Like there's whether or not Trevor gonna turn in Yaya to damage control, which after you finish your point, we'll talk a little bit about damage control. Yeah. That's another problem I have.
But yeah, no, it's, to me, this, and I don't know why Disney won't just do it. You know how they did Werewolf by Night? It was like a little short film. This had just enough dialogue and just enough to be that short film. They could have did, for me, they could have did the Werewolf by Night treatment all over again for this. Just a one simple sit down, watch it all the way through. It didn't need to have 4 30-minute episodes. We didn't need that.
Yeah, and maybe they could have condensed the middle of this season, because it wasn't, there really wasn't a whole lot there. And honestly, the more that they drew out that relationship between Trevor and Simon, I began to like question the intelligence of Simon. Like, hold on now, like, dog, the red flag should be going off. If you really about you hiding yourself, you that, you know, conscious of your powers and stuff like this, it's random out of nowhere inserting himself into your life and just being so Johnny on the spot about everything. Mm-hmm. You don't never ask no questions. The man, last time you seen him, was playing a terrorist. Now all of a sudden he out of jail, just walking around like everything's sweet, right? Like that's another thing we could add to this, is how they necessarily portray black people in the series, because a lot of this shit wouldn't have went over. I can't necessarily speak towards a Haitian household, but I know some random white man walking up the street offering glitter and gold. Somebody gonna say something.
What is who?
Somebody gonna
the terrorist guy, the dude who was the terrorist. Why are you rocking? Why are you over there with him?
So hold on. Yeah, I popped out with Saddam at the family reunion.
Right.
And it's just everybody's just shaking hands and talking about business. Like,
yeah, I got Osama bin Laden with me. Is it cool, moms, to bring Osama in? That's all right. Oh yeah,
I didn't grab Netanyahu, and we at the family reunion. We just kicking it, and ain't nobody asked a single question. Like, ain't nobody pressed it at all. Eric tried to. He tried to, but he was too busy hating on his damn brother to follow through.
It was a lot of crazy family dynamic. Like it was there are some positives in this show. I do like him and his father's dynamic. I thought that was
Why do you
dope.
have to
Like
die, Blue? What did he
did
even
not have
die
to
of?
die.
Why do you have to die? Why
I
is that
don't know why.
standard issue for for the black characters? Hey,
It's
one or
like
two of your parents gonna die.
gotta
Gotta
die.
die.
I think that I don't. Okay, I don't want to make it a racial thing because I want to say that that's just Marvel.
Mm.
Because no, I don't think anybody in Marvel has a father. Tony's
Well,
father
that'll
dead.
be another problem. But no, well, but there are fathers. Like Ant-Man is a father, Hawkeye is a
Yeah.
father,
Okay.
Thor
Okay. I see what you're
all of a
saying. Yeah.
sudden is an adopted father. You
Right.
know,
Right. But I'm just saying, as far as the main character goes, the POV character, they never have a father, black, white, or indifferent.
Steve had a daddy, didn't he?
Now
Steve
we never
had
we
a
never
nuclear home.
he did, but his parents ain't there no more though.
Well,
Of
obviously,
course
because he been frozen in ice for 60 years.
But okay,
Tony obviously had a family until
he had a
Bucky snuck his
family
out.
until somebody murked them off, right?
Yep.
Let me see who else.
Shit,
Black Widow.
Scarlet
Black
Witch.
Widow is a widow. I mean, not a widow, but an orphan.
And they found a way to give her a mom and a daddy.
They did. You're right. Yeah.
Then you think about a Scarlet Witch. She had parents before,
Yeah.
kaboom,
Yeah.
Stark Tech.
But no, what I'm getting at is they always end up orphaned some type of way.
Sure, yeah. No, it's like an inflection point for most
Yeah,
characters to lose a family member. I get
gotta
that.
lose somebody.
I'm saying why we got to start the narrative all the time with dead black father mostly. With our characters.
My thing is Simon has a I don't want to say a convoluted past, but if we go in the comic books, Simon comes from a good, I don't want to say it, a good family, right? Mm-hmm. Rich, had his daddy, you know what I'm saying? I think his daddy died in the accident. That's why in the accident he blamed Stark for it. So he started going after Stark. He hooked up with Baron Zemo. Baron Zemo experimented on him and gave him his powers. He ended up dying. I forgot who brought him back. They brought him back, and that's how he became like Wonder Man. You know what I'm saying? So like there is some runway that they could really play with to make, if they want to make Yaya, or what, it's too late now, but what they could have done, right? What they could have done with Yaya Simon, they could have done all that. Like to try to humanize him so much, I don't think was needed. I don't think Trevor Slattery was needed. I think you have, to me, since Trevor Slattery is a made-up character, you could have made up another character to be the Simon character, but let Yaya actually be Wonder Man. Yeah, I do these auditions because I like doing this shit, but I'm also fucking Wonder Man. You know what I'm saying? And
that was what I was confused by. Like, so you never ventured out to test your powers, because like you seem pretty apropos. Like you seem like you know what you're doing with them. You cleaned up the dudes at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
You I'm hearing you broke somebody out of prison, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so like you're not fumbling through using your powers. You ain't tripping over yourself. You're not overusing them. So where did you learn this control if you wasn't out trying to figure out how to control them? Why wasn't that part of the show?
In the show, I don't know if he had restraint or control of it up until the last episode when he finally walks through DODC and he's burning the cameras out and he's breaking, Trevor Slattery out of prison, and he flies through the roof and they, break through the roof and all of that. I didn't see no real control. Yeah, he got mad and hulked out a little bit, and like you said, beat the guys up.
You walking into an armed prison using your powers, you exerting some level of control.
Now you are, but that's what I'm saying.
You said until that point.
Yeah, up until that point, I didn't see control and restraint. I didn't see that. So for him to just develop that within,
like, where did it come from?
When did that happen? You know what I'm saying?
What happened to the arc with him and his brother as supposed to be the Grim Reaper? I thought they said that he got cast as a Grim Reaper when they showed dude. Eric.
Your guess is as good as mine.
What happened to that? What happened to the Grim Reaper angle? What happened to that?
I think they pulled the whammy on us, right? With all of these, they gave us expectations. Grim Reaper
They
showing
sure
up.
did.
What's the who was that actor? I can't even think of the actor's name. Demetrius Gross, I think is his name, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Dope actor, real dope actor. He got what 5 minutes of acting in
Man,
this.
to be a hater. To be a hater though, like didn't do nothing else. Oh yeah, you probably brought that gift for mama with my money, huh? Grown
Yeah,
ass
like,
man. Y'all done crushed the island too.
you know.
Yeah, no.
So I don't know. I just think I think walking into a Marvel show. This is what I need Marvel to do. Marvel, are y'all? Is this superheroes or am I a slice of life thing? On what She-Hulk, which I did not like. At least She-Hulk was about superheroes. At least She-Hulk was about superheroes. Now they dropped the ball with the way that they did it, but at least it was about superheroes.
I like this one more than I like She-Hulk. The reason why is because they actually took time. So this character is an actor by trade, like that's his job.
Right.
Let's actually tell a story about an actor. Let's include auditions. Let's include line reads. Let's include, meetings with your agent and shit like that. None of that went into She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, yeah.
They didn't even watch a episode of Boston Legal. Like they didn't do nothing, and they was proud about it. They was talking about it in interviews how they didn't include nothing about actual court in the damn show.
And
so they didn't show total disregard. I just think the focus veered off into the meta way too deep with this show. And also, if you're gonna tell a story about a black man in Hollywood, maybe you should tell a story about a black man in
Hollywood. There you go.
You know what I mean? Like maybe you should go down that path and actually do that. Take that step. Get out that box.
They can't do that. Marvel was scared to do that. You had a Haitian family, right? That was as far as they went.
They wanted to go, right? Yeah,
that's as far as they went
with the Manila ass barbecue. We ain't even see no food. Which they eating?
That's as far as they went. Gave the man a white girlfriend off the rip.
Oh, Blue, you hitting on all the ones right now. You hitting on all the ones. I'm like, damn. So his daddy dead. His girlfriend's white. He extra nervous. He's unconfident, unsure about himself. I'm like, oh damn. I should really go out for this character. This is the character I should show up for, right? This my representation right here. Unsure, unassumed, right? Veering off into the snow. That's what they want me to follow behind. And it's like that's even before we talk about any of the superhero stuff that's missing.
Superhero stuff. He was truly indeed Trevor Slattery's understudy. Truly indeed. Kind of like bumbling through, you know what I'm saying? Even though Trevor, since we've been following Trevor through the MCU, he probably got more screen time than anybody in the MCU right about now. You know what I'm saying? So we've been following him through what phase we're on now? 5? He's been around since 6
now, yeah.
So, and he's been around since what? 2? Phase 2?
Phase 2, yeah.
Damn. Trevor been
crazy.
around.
I had to remember the whole the short that they did about him breaking out of prison. Because they kept talking about it. I'm like, man, when did this man break out of jail? Like then I remember they put out the little joint of him breaking out, and I was
So we've been following him. So we got backstory, and then they gave us a little bit more backstory on him. So we see how he builds up his confidence or whatever, even though he really ain't got none. Because as soon as DODC got him, he folded under pressure ASAP. Who you need me to snitch on?
He said, no, I'll go that way. I'll
get you 2. I'll take 2. But we see him, and like you said, Simon not having no confidence, even though he has these powers. We get the scene where the dad I don't want to say the dad coddles him, but the dad see the bullying going on and says, "Nah, you ain't going to school today. I'm gonna take you to go see a movie." And that's cool.
I don't know if it's realistic. It ain't realistic.
I was gonna say, I don't know. I see what y'all trying to do, but I need my dad to be like, "Hey, let me show you how to stand up to some bullying, man."
Look, and this is I'm not trying to be too harsh on Cretton or the showrunner for this show. I don't know who it is, to be honest with the showrunner. I know, but Daniel Cretton. But like, there should have been somebody, if this was even part of the narrative, because all we know They just so happened to put the Haitian stuff in there, and they wasn't even really trying to exemplify the fact that this guy is black.
It didn't stick too much.
So it could have been. But if they were trying to do that, somebody in that room got to be like, hey, that whole scene with the daddy where he looking at the bullies and then he look back at his son. Hey, make him get out the car and walk him to school if that's right, you want to show some protection, but like don't let him show him running away. That's reinforcing the idea that his father is the reason why he is now. It's because he kind of coddled him through the situation. And so that's what Simon does to himself. He overthinks stuff and he puts himself into these protective modes instead of just living life. The way that they set that up, that's spearheaded by his father, because they showed that scene of him taking him out of the controversy and kind of putting the arm around him instead of helping him face it.
Right. And as a father, you want to make sure tomorrow, because you can't do it every day, right? I can't take him to school, see some bullying going on, say, hey man, Matrix 8 just came out, let's go watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that every day,
right?
Sooner or later, I gotta show my son how to stand up or how to avoid, right? How to de-escalate, or maybe turn the bad guy into your friend. I gotta show him a different way.
Something.
Just run, because you can't keep running your whole life.
Oh, but by the way, you're gonna be a great actor,
right? You're gonna be a dope actor, though. I saw your play. You did great. Got a super chat. That's right. Lawrence, appreciate the $10, Lawrence. Lawrence so is about the narrow doors of opportunity Hollywood opens and the speed in which black talent can be dismissed when success falters. Surprised they did this how they did Majors. Lawrence, I want to agree with you and say that I looked at that episode like black people get the opportunity and squander it. That's how I looked at the Doorman episode. I didn't look at it like, oh, this is Hollywood taking advantage of black talent. This was, to me, was black talent fumbling and bumbling through Hollywood with no know-how. Like, even with the whole ding dong, like, that was, to me, like, black folks had the catchphrase, Steve Urkel with the, and that's what I got from that. Like, to me, it was kind of like a slap in the face watching that, right? The doorman, who was a doorman at first, doorman, and how he got the fucking dumbass powers. He could have threw the trash in the trash can. He didn't have to move down.
Had to go touch it.
He didn't have to do it. Like, what made him say, oh shit, it's too much trash? I've never opened up an industrial garbage can and seen it was overflowing and say, you know what? Let me move down one. I've never done that. I worked in fast food, never. I open, throw that bitch right on in. Never in life do I do that. So then he moves down one. Cool. Protect the environment. I gotta throw this in the precise receptacle it needs to go in. He does that. He sees that it's leaking some fluid. We don't know what color it is because it's done in black and white, right? And he sticks his hand. Who you know
puts his hand in the ooze.
Come on, am I the only one?
Hands in the ooze.
Who does that? Oh shit, this shit just leaking. Let me put. Who does that?
Hey, chill, gotta chill.
What chill?
He said, Haitian, has he been spending time with Nakia 7 years ago?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh man. But who does that? Who does that? So I see what you're saying, Lawrence. But to me, it was kind of like making fun. I felt like it was being made fun of. I didn't get. I see what you said, but I also got the being made fun of type situation.
So I didn't necessarily take offense, but I was kind of peeping what they were doing very early, right? Like they made a point to show how content he was with his life. He just loved his job. He said he made enough money. And then I do think it was a little bit of the pervasive nature of the town that they're in. That was their way of kind of in their way, shining a light on Hollywood, if you will, right? Given their version of what the dark underbelly looks like, when you can kind of get ringed like a rag for every bit you worth and then tossed to the side. What I didn't necessarily appreciate was a few scenes, right? So the financial problems he's starting to have, and he talking to his manager. Like, listen, man,
bills. And how you got bills?
all of this shit, I feel the same way about this shit now as I did about them putting that into Falcon and Winter Soldier and then never addressing it again. Like, don't dip your toe into that shit and then just let it be that and leave it up for everybody's interpretation. Like, no, call somebody to task for it. Like, or at least show a way for this character to get out of that. But don't just represent an entire group of people as money stricken and not able to handle their financial duties. Like, you're continuing to reinforce the same old tired tropes that have been existed, right? And like, that's my problem with the whole father shit. It's like, dog, that's a choice. Simon Williams not even black, so it's not even necessary for you to do that, for you to insert like a tragic lost father, just like Ironheart, or just like, I don't know where Rambo's parents at. They was showed off in the corner of the screen in Captain Marvel, but like her mother dead. That's who that. Yeah. It's not.
It wasn't necessary.
You don't have to do it. Yeah, and I'll be wondering, like, why, if you're going to make changes, why are those the changes that you choose to put into a character's history?
Because I think that's what they think of black folks. I hate to say it, no, and I'm not gonna say they do it with malice. I just think that shit is just like programmed into like the thought process of black people. You know what I'm saying? Then it serves no better when you have a Ryan Coogler at the helm of all things black in Marvel. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, I ain't bring his name up. Blue brought his name up.
Oh, I'm always bring his name. I ain't got no.
Look, he brought his name up, y'all. I ain't even say nothing this time.
I talk about old Cool. I ain't got no issue with it. Like I said, I wish him the best, but everybody got, can be valuable. Like, he ain't perfect to me. He's not perfect whatsoever.
I would say Ironheart is a more authentic show than this, for sure. Maybe not in the sense of like what you do for work. It's not more authentic in that regard, but it is far more in terms of the personality, excuse me, the makeup of the character. It's far more authentic to that person, whoever's occupying the role.
To me, it's far more authentic to what actually would happen if a young girl, whether she's smart or not, got caught up in the wrong situation and was doing some things, you know what I'm saying, to either help her family or help herself. To me, that's more realistic than I get with Simon Williams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this narrative was very dependent on him not believing in himself, him not having confidence in himself. And I resented that a bit, because it's like, well, what does that have to do with Simon Williams, the character, or Wonder Man? Like, where did you get that? You casted Yahya Abdul-Mateen. He was like, I got the perfect thing, man. You're gonna have almost to the point of social anxiety. You're gonna be so nervous. You're gonna be picking and prodding through every little detail to the point of destroying yourself and getting fired. How's that sound?
Yeah,
the superhero company. Didn't y'all call me to come over here from DC?
I don't see. The crazy thing is, and I was talking earlier, I forgot who I was talking to. You don't see they take a character like Wonder Man and do this character reconstruction, deconstruction, change a rule. I said, imagine. I wonder what the critics would say, or wonder what the audience would say if this was Logan, if this was Wolverine, if this was Batman, if this was Clark, if this, you know what I'm saying, some top tier, if this was Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? If this was Spider-Man, but it was just a show about Peter Parker trying to be the best news reporter.
And it was like barely any Peter fighting crime or anything like that. He didn't even fight no crime. He got into one fight, and then he went and broke somebody out of prison. The Spider-Man series.
And it's called Spider-Man. It ain't called Peter Parker. It ain't, it's called Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Batman show about Batman and it's Bruce Wayne running Wayne Industries the whole fucking show. Firing people, hiring people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Showing up and doing walkthroughs and attending parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's called Batman. They would never do nothing like that. But like you said earlier, the critics is hailing this like, oh shit, this is the greatest Marvel show ever. Marvel show is TV is back. Disney Plus Marvel shows is back. And I'm like, nah, they just kind of pissed on y'all and told you it was raining.
That's why you don't pay no mind to Rotten Tomatoes. That's why I do not be tripping. Like, all right, cool. Oh, it's a 96 on Rotten Tomatoes. All right, cool. I'll place my eyes on it. I'll see. I'll see.
And like I said, it's not a bad show. It's not bad. I don't hate the show. I don't hate it.
If this show was on FX and it was called Hollywood,
they'd
be going crazy about this in online.
It would.
They'd be going crazy about it. It continues this string of Disney Plus shows that have been underwhelming. And so I can't really parse out myself what would make them be like, no, this is the one that got to go on. That Monica series got to go. Armor Wars is permanently on the shelf. But this one,
we need this one.
This one got to get out. Like,
and that's the weird issue, right? You bring up Armor War. Armor War has been in limbo or whatever it's at, but we get the Wonder Man show.
Yeah.
And not only that, we put one of our hottest directors, have them involved in it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get Yahya Abdul-Mateen. We bring Trevor Slattery back. Ben Kingsley, one of the greatest actors of our modern era. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to do all that, but Don Cheadle can't get Armor War. He can't get no love.
No love.
He can't get no love. That's just, to me, that's just a violation of trust for me. And I've been telling y'all for the longest, I just don't trust Marvel and Feige with what they got going on. I know I was asked today, hey man, are you excited for Doomsday? I said no, I'm not.
Well, so
I'm intrigued. Excited? No.
Yeah. I definitely thought that them trailers was going to do better than they have. And I think it's interesting that certain outlets are trying to make it seem like the hype is so much bigger than what it actually is. Like, if you average in about 17, 18 million views on all your trailers, that's pretty good, right? But then you come out over the top rope and be like, oh, it's grossed over 1 billion views online. Man, hold on, man. We can count. We can count. We can go to all the discernible social media apps and just look at your media and count. Now, I ain't no mathematician, but you about a half a billy short of a billy.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to me that not only did those trailers not produce more, but that they're hyper focused on making it seem like, oh no, everybody going crazy about this. Like, anticipation is through the roof. That says something.
It's like Drake is in the building over there at Marvel. You know what I mean? Like,
man, yeah, they have that attitude that like they can't lose.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, dog, nah, man. Sometimes just take the time off and reset, reassess, reset.
I think that's what they thought they did with Robert Downey.
No, they didn't take the time off. They talking about splitting Secret Wars into two. Why?
Because that shit ain't done.
What?
Because that shit ain't done. Either they're not done writing it. They haven't decided on which way they're gonna set up. Probably leaving out no, Doomsday already done. So they probably don't know what their finished product is for Secret Wars, or they having trouble securing a contract. And it's probably a key contract that they need to secure. So they got to split the narrative in two to delay that while they figure that shit out. It's one of them two things. Either they still working on the narrative or somebody in there holding some shit up.
why can't we leave the multiverse? Why are we still here? Why are we still here, man?
Said we
Why?
could have did this whole incursion thing like 3-4 years ago. We did. I swear to
Really?
God, there's so many movies that we just didn't need, like at all. Like we totally didn't need it. First of all, speaking of, well, that's probably playing into whatever they got going on. But were you confused by the fact that, all right, Fantastic Four, when they landed in Wakanda or wherever the hell that was, he introduces himself and they know the Fantastic Four. So we not on our Earth. We're not on our Earth no more. At least
You talking about when M'Baku introduced himself to the thing?
To Ben Grimm, yeah. They knew each other. So we can't be on our Earth because they from a completely different universe.
Yeah, see, this is what I think. I think all of those little teasers are each universe dying, or you know what I'm saying? I don't that those shits might not even be in the movie, or they might just be the first little whatever. But I think it's a ruse. It's got to be, because, like you said, watching the X-Men one just made me think. You know what? Nah, they're showing us the destruction of that universe.
Of that universe.
Yeah. And M'Baku them. I think them showing up is probably the destruction of said universe. Even with Captain America. Like, a lot of this shit just don't make sense. Now he got a baby. You know what I'm saying? He looking at the suit. Do he want to have the suit on or not? Like, but he got he picked the suit up and then picked the baby up. Where are we at in this time? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit ain't adding up. So to me,
like, I thought he went back and lived that life without the Captain America shit. He still got the shield.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, Arkham's Razor, the simplest explanation is probably what it is. To me, the simplest explanation is those are just windows into different universes, right? Or different. Right before an incursion happened, boom, that Steve is dead. That Wakanda. And another thing that got me, the Talokans. Why are they in the desert?
The Talokans. Yeah, they should be dying by the day then.
Why are they in the desert?
The underwater niggas can't survive in the desert.
They in the desert. And I'm like, what part of the Yucatan is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what part of Mexico, where they're at anyway, is desert?
He's just chilling. He's just over there perched.
Because from what I understand, they was in the Yucatan, right? And that where
he was the only one that could do that naturally. I thought that's because he was a mutant, right?
Right. Because
without the thing,
Namor had the mask on and all of that.
Yeah.
I just wanted, but they had. So if you go back and you watch it, you see Namor like sitting on a throne, like on some castle shit out on land, and you see all the other people out downward in. You know what I'm saying? On the outside, he on the throne. I'm like, what? Who got a castle in the desert? Why? Yeah. Why would I have a castle in the desert if all my people need water?
Unless they dried up his shit, and that's where that's where it used to be. Okay, and now it ain't like that no more.
Okay,
you think they would like start out, if it's not like incursions happening, would they start out and just boom, battle world, doomsday start, boom, we already in battle world. We don't really know how the hell we got here. We just gonna explain it as we go.
They could. They most definitely. Look, man, Marvel don't care what you what did you read? We don't care what you read.
We don't give a fuck if this shit makes sense to you. Right. Are you gonna spend on a ticket?
Care. We just gave you Simon Williams, Wonder Man. We don't care what you know about these characters. We don't care.
That's a good one. Okay, so where does if Wonder Man has a future, you would think that he would show up here, right? So what you know?
I read something today about the creator. The creator said, yeah, we were thinking about making him a mutant, but we didn't want to go that far or whatever. So we're just going to leave that up to some other writers. I said, why do y'all do shit like that? Is he a mutant or is he not?
Yeah.
Why try to leave it up to somebody else to come in and stamp him as a mutant or stamp whoever as a mutant? Just
Well,
do this.
I also think it's a cop out because for them to add that to his story, they would have had to spend time on the superhero aspect of the show, which they clearly didn't give a shit about. Like,
Give a shit
that was
about.
the point. So like I don't even know if I would have trusted you with that whole angle and how you would have introduced it or how you would have set it up. I don't know. First of all, Simon Williams is not a mutant.
Not a mutant. What
We just established they don't give a shit about that.
they
But
don't give a shit about the characters.
you
They don't
expecting
care.
me to be down with however you concoct it to make sense from a non-comic book perspective. That's a very comic book thing.
But that's the crazy thing is, and we was just talking about them online. They cheering the shit on. Who cares if he's not got? It's like, what do you mean? How do you think this character came about? You know what I'm saying?
In
Like,
the first place, yeah.
why would I not care? Let's say I'm the biggest Wonder Man fan in the world. I show up to watch the show and I'm looking at this shit like, what and who the fuck is this? Like, who is it? I've been reading West Coast Avengers, Great Lakes Avengers, fucking all of this other shit, Wonder Man and Beast, Best Friends, annuals. This ain't what I've been reading. So the thing is, the Harry Potter fan club, if they deviate one hair,
they stomping feet, they whooping feet.
They gonna go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I say, hey, that ain't Simon, hey, who gives a fuck what it is? Go ahead, blah, blah. It's like, hold on, wait, man. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? Chill out. I you like it because you don't know where the fuck it come from. I get it. But I've been here since the 80s, my guy. I've been here since the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Imagine driving on the road. They changed the road. You've been driving this road for the longest. And they add something. You might get in an accident. So you got to slow down. You got to stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's new to you. It ain't new to me.
Right.
So y'all chill out, man. Y'all chill out. Yes, every fan base, I think if they change, especially if it has core lore already. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't nothing. I just don't think a lot of these characters are as pliable as they make them, because that's all they doing. Fast and loose with
well,
these
it's like they use the character as a vehicle of the story they really want to tell. And I feel like if that's the spot, then you got a lot of people in that studio that need to be working somewhere else. Only there at Disney because of the status, because of the position that they have, but not because they want to make that type of content.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you under there and you thinking about making a TV show about an actor, a struggling working actor, going to rehearsals and auditions and doing line reads, and like that's 70% of your show, bro, how did you get this job? How did you get this gig?
Well, I won't even say that, because to me, that's not and we talked about it earlier. That's not a bad show. If you want to do a show about Hollywood, it's not a bad show
if you are a writer in Marvel. If you are a writer in MCU.
Marvel show. Mm-hmm. My thing is, Marvel, why would y'all let this come out? Right? To me, this is just more content. This had to be during the content day. I just need content on content. Hey, let's use Simon Wood. What character can we use, deconstruct, reconstruct, and turn them into something that they're not? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what it is. Secret Invasion was another
invasion. Lord have mercy.
That was another one. Let's take a concept that everybody seemed to enjoy. We're gonna get them. They're gonna show up because it says Secret Invasion, and we're gonna take it and bastardize it and remix it and turn it into some shit that it's not. Samuel L. Jackson ain't showed up in the MCU since. He's so damn I'm embarrassed about the shit. He ain't showed up for no cameo, no voice work, no nothing.
I'm still mad they made my man canoodle with an alien. They run from having a black relationship in this universe so bad that they had to turn his wife into a Skrull.
They did.
Like, we can't just have two black people together on in the MCU. No, baby, she was a Skrull the whole time, emulating a black woman. But I mean, I don't think so. Do you think we've hit like the floor with the MCU shows? Do you feel like there's a level below what we've already gotten? Can it get any worse?
I don't think so. I don't think it can get any worse. But it's like I was I don't see Six in the chat. It's like I was telling Six, I want to say yesterday, because we was comparing DC and Marvel, and I was like, DC has nowhere else to go but up. Even if they take a L, it don't hurt them as much, right? Marvel, the L's that Marvel keep collecting just keeps driving them down. And you're saying, can you get any lower? I don't think they can get any lower, but the Marvel logo, you start erasing letters, it starts fading away. You know what I'm saying? Like sooner or later, it's just gonna be the VEL left for the Marvel logo, because they're just taking their characters and just killing them, just destroying these characters. You know what I mean? And it's like, what is going on here? What am I showing up for? What exactly am I showing up for with this? It's all mystery meat now. It's just mystery.
So I think with Marvel, I think what's likely to happen for the MCU is that it won't die because their tree of products is so vast that you can play funny money movie math or excuse me,
Right.
Hollywood math and make it look okay. Right? Like we still dragging people asses out to the parks begrudgingly because them numbers down too.
Yeah.
But what will begin to happen though is that some of those titans, which we can stick right there on the parks, right? I don't think there is an explosion of traffic coming for theme parks anytime soon. Like, fam, Americans are broke.
Yeah.
Americans are struggling. This economy is terrible, and they have not relented on entry prices, on food prices. They don't even really make it all that beneficial to like travel in packs anymore, like group pricing to these places anymore. So
schools
there isn't some there is no wave coming for the parks to really boost what they got going on. Wherever level they're at, they better work on sustaining, because that the MCU and probably your Pixar or your live reimagining studio, whatever that part of Disney is, keeps them alive. Right, the ever so often $1 billion project that they're able to spit out because they have so many lines of business keeps them alive. But what you won't be able to do is depend on, let's say, the MCU was holding up Disney animation all them years that they couldn't make a hit, right, until they got to something like Encanto or Coco or anything like that.
Right.
That's can't be there anymore, because now you already subsidizing the MCU. MCU is not as healthy as it was when they was shooting out $1 billion films every year. That afforded the other studios a lot of wiggle room with their budgets, because you were bringing so much in through the MCU alone. Now that you turn a kid in the damn MCU, there's no backdrop. If they do have another pitfall somehow, they're gonna start talking about spinning off a piece of the business, as opposed to, oh, we'll reach we've already kind of seen them do that. Right, when they brought in the last time they restructured, when they brought in Marvel Comics into Marvel Entertainment.
They
and integrated Hulu and all of that stuff. So they've already restructured to try to make themselves more consolidated already.
I think that's where they hurt them. I think that's where they shot. When Feige did his takeover, when his hostile takeover,
his hostile takeover. When did he do that?
I mean, that's what it was. He came, because Ike Perlmutter was the head guy.
Oh, okay, yes, okay.
Ike Perlmutter was the head guy. He was actually the owner of Marvel. He had owned Marvel outright. It was his up until,
and he was a chairman.
He became the chairman or whatever. And Feige basically went to, I forgot who was the head of Disney at the time.
Kraft, not Kraft, but what is that man's name? That before Iger, right?
Right, before Iger. I think he went to him, or from what I understand, went to him, pitched the bitch fit, and then they got Perlmutter up out of, because this would have been around the time right before Black Panther.
Yeah. Yep.
Right before Black Panther. Because Perlmutter was like, his logic to him, it made sense. Hey, I've been in the Marvel business for a long time. Black Panther toys don't sell.
Yeah.
We're not, and yes, it's based in racism, but
Mm-hmm.
he been running the business for the past however many years because he also how he ended up buying Marvel was through Toy Biz because he owned the company Toy Biz, which did all the toys and stuff. So he knows this merchandise ain't selling. Now he was wrong. Black Panther ended up doing what it did. He was wrong as hell. But they got him up out of there. Feige takes over. After that, I don't know if Feige, because once that takeover happened, he also got rid of a lot of the creatives left. You know what I'm saying? The what's my man who did Josh Whedon left. It's another comic book writer who left. Like a lot of these guys left after Feige's hostile takeover. Then Feige starts running out and going to get people like Chloe Zhao, the girl, the one showrunner, or I don't even know if you call her showrunner, who did She-Hulk. Like he goes out and gets all
Jessica
of these,
Gal,
who don't give two shits about the characters that they work. Like you said earlier, what are you here for? Are you here for to make a Marvel movie, or are you here to make a Hollywood movie? And under the guise of under the just throwing a character in there, seeing if it's gonna sell. So when you have stuff like that, yeah, you're shooting yourself in the foot because people who've been showing up and reading these books, they showing up expecting a certain character and they're not getting it. And that hurts. That it really hurts. The stories that you're telling, they're not concise. I'm the reason I talk about the multiverse so long is because as soon as they said we're going this direction, I said you will lose with it. I'm gonna go back into my archive and bring up the videos. I said the multiverse is a losing effort because it's lazy and it's gonna create that culture of laziness. And what did we get? Now, certain things happen also. We, the Jonathan Major situation, and we lost Chadwick, right? There still was no reason why you couldn't pivot and make better decisions
There's
based
so
on
many stories. So many stories we could have went through. Yeah.
Like that still doesn't mean that you had to fumble the ball the way that you fumbled it. You didn't have to do that, but you chose to go this route. Cool. You go this route. When people don't show up, then you want to blame the fans. Oh, let's do a show about what they call them, the Chads, and let's do that with She-Hulk. Like, why would you waste She-Hulk with that?
Yeah.
Like, why wait? She-Hulk is not an A-tier character, but she could be a B high C character and actually make money. She-Hulk should be a merch darling. Barbie sales.
We mentioned She-Hulk a couple times tonight. You know what I was thinking when I was watching Wonder Man? I'm like, damn, with that whole angle of them not wanting to have powered individuals and acting. I'm like, man, that sounds like it's against your civil liberties. If only there were super powered lawyers anywhere in the country who would want to team up and maybe come help you. If only we could find Jennifer Walters or maybe even Matt Murdock to come and represent you so that you could be a superhero out in the open without doing all this ducking and dodging that you're doing, actually connecting a universe, that kind of thing.
Ooh, some real storytelling, some
real storytelling shit,
real world building there. And that's simple.
But instead, we sitting up here, we having several times, 2.5, 3-minute conversations about trauma and acting and movies, and we monologuing like, fam, who is this for? This shit should be on Bravo.
Right. That's exactly what it should be. But like you said, see how simple that was, how easy that world building was. We got a superpower. We got 2 superpowered lawyers. One East Coast based, one West Coast based. Right? We just did a show with She-Hulk. Cool. We lost the actress. Who could we get to replace the actress? We ain't even really got to do that. Could we mention She-Hulk? Why She-Hulk wasn't mentioned in this?
Real quick, Trevor Slattery, have you thought about calling that Jennifer Walters girl? Maybe she can try and work something out for you.
Right.
I don't understand how this character connects to the greater MCU other than that random dude from Succession who's an agent in Damage Control. That's why I wanted to go. Damage Control.
Okay.
Damage Control is the most unserious organization in the MCU. and the fact that they have a role in Spider-Man worries me. It does. I've seen some people theorizing that there's a company behind damage control right now. I heard some maybe some rumors about Roxxon. That would make it look a little bit more sense that like damage control is just a shell for Roxxon.
I don't like that.
You don't like that? I like it better than damage control actually controlling themselves, because first of all, I don't know how they'd be so on the nose with stuff that's written earlier in the years. But this is, it's like on the nose for Ice. It's just
it
right
is on the nose for Ice. And I said that last night. How
it's right on the nose
right
for Ice.
But
other than that, they incompetent. They don't even have a task force set up to come get Simon. It's one agent who trying to prove some shit to his boss. Like, they don't even give a fuck about Simon for real.
No. And my thing is, how did he come across Simon? You know what I mean?
They didn't explain it.
How did you find out that Simon Williams, who been hiding his power, he been hiding his powers for the longest?
This guy has no friends, and he had an unexplained accident around him. He's got to be superpowered. Like, bro, they really should have kicked you out for even suggesting that. Because what other evidence did you have?
You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? He's super. How do you know, Agent Knuckle? You know what I'm saying? Numbnuts. How you know that he's superpowered? What evidence you got just out of the blue? Hey, this is Simon Williams. I need you to wear a wire and prove to us that he's
until Trevor confirmed it. He ain't no shit. He ain't know nothing about anything.
He didn't know anything. Goes to them trying to fit this block into a square and into a circle when it comes to Wonder Man, because y'all wanted Wonder Man to be this. We got to do this show about an actor and the stuff that goes on in Hollywood, and we got to use Simon Williams. You didn't. Even his powers. Like, now, is he a mutant? Is he a mutant? Do you know if he a mutant, Marcus? Do we know that? We don't know, right? He was, as a kid, something happened. Y'all don't have a clue on how to introduce mutant, and that's another thing. You don't have a clue in what you're doing superhero wise, so you have to do stories like Wonder Man because you don't know how to do superhero.
Yeah, they already kind of fucked it up, right? Because Kamala Khan is like 15, 16 years old. Her power started manifesting. This boy was 13 when his did. So now you have an inconsistent track of when it's even supposed to manifest. The X gene is supposed to manifest. If y'all even care about that type of thing, if you even give a shit.
They don't care. And then back to Doorman. Doorman is a mutant in the comics. He a mutant. Like, that's his power. His power is that. Now, it's dope that they kind of did the whole Dark Force thing in this, and with Roxxon. Roxxon is how Cloak and Dagger got their powers. Cool.
I like that Roxxon could be a cleanup for what I don't see in Damage Control. There's no real organization in Damage Control. They basically trying to fill up an ice facility. They're trying to fill up the raft. And that's not really. Roxxon has broader motivations than just filling up a prison. So it makes sense that they will be rounding up powered individuals.
Roxxon is like Apple. Roxxon is Microsoft. Roxxon is Tesla. Roxxon isn't like, I need to. Will they have a prison? Yeah, maybe. But they're more, because the head of Roxxon is the Minotaur. He's the head of Roxxon. You know what I'm saying? They can care less about villains. How can we make money off of villains, or how can we make money off of superheroes? That's their thing.
I think they probably more Lockheed Martin than than Apple. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, they're Fortune 500, Fortune 25 company. You know what I'm saying? They one of them. So and that's why I say I don't like. I would want to have the DODC Damage Control as the overarching. But the thing is, what we've gotten, and I think the reason why you say that is we've gotten such unseriousness from them, right? When they should be a serious entity. If they're going to use them in the sense of how they're using them, they should be serious. Every iteration we got, Miss Marvel, the head agent over there, she was kind of aloof and had some, you know what I'm saying?
She had that wig on, boy.
Wig and right. Like
it's chick from Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New Black. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is if you're gonna make damage control this big player going forward, if damage control is supposed to be rounding up mutants or whatever or superpower beings, then I need to see some of that Shatari tech from Spider-Man come into play in this. I need to see some actual agents who take their job serious. I need to see some racist agents. I need to see some over-the-top agents. I need to see some agents who really believe in their job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you're gonna do it, do it. Go ahead and do it.
And do it.
When Wilson Fisk had his little private police in Daredevil, why are we not calling damage control? Like that's the type of opportunities you have to create connective tissue to make all this stuff matter. It seems like they don't want you to do homework, but then they mentioning shit in an obscure short that came out 8 years ago. You know, like, oh, we're not going to have you do the homework for the other, projects that have come out in this phase, but please enjoy the references that we have from the MCU from like 10 years ago.
But for Slattery though.
Yeah, for Slattery, yeah.
Like somebody that we just made up out of the blue who, oh man.
Like, it infuriates me that they even felt it was necessary to combine a Trevor Slattery show with any real Marvel. Why are we doing a Trevor Slattery show? Y'all got so many characters.
Destin Daniel Creighton wanted to use him on a bigger scale. Tina talked about it.
This the scale?
Tina talked about it. So Feige said, hey, I got
or he
this
got another plan situation for him. It ain't unfolded yet.
I don't believe in Wonder Man enough. Maybe you can take Trevor Slattery and turn Wonder Man into something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that had to be the conversation. But I got this great actor, Yahya Abdul-Mateen, who can play Wonder Man.
I'm confused by the motivations of the people making this stuff. So you went to Kevin Feige and you begged and pleaded to get a Trevor Slattery show.
Think about it. And this would have been the time when Destin Daniel Craig could think about. He used Trevor Slattery in Shang-Chi. Why? Why did he need to be in Shang-Chi? He didn't.
He didn't.
Now,
I will say it was funny because you got the real Mandarin and the guy who had played the Mandarin. So it was a little bit of a jab to a movie that had already been highly criticized. But no, he didn't really need to be in that as much as he really needed to be in this show.
If they wanted to do a call, because with the 10 Rings, they wanted to talk about how this guy perpetrated playing, we used this guy as a puppet. Cool. Yeah. Did he have to be in the movie though? A mention would have worked, right?
Yeah. A picture on the wall or something like that.
Or something. But Daniel Destin Creighton wanted to use Sir Ben Kingsley. And if I'm sure, yeah, come on, I'll do it again. He used him again for this. You see what I'm saying? So that's his guy. Daniel Destin Creighton, he likes the fake Mandarin. Sheik Mystique for some reason. I don't know why, but he likes it. So be on the lookout for more Mandarin.
He's a terrific actor, by the way. He's a great actor. I don't understand why he's gotten so much screen time in the MCU.
I don't know. It's weird to me. I'm still wondering why. If Yahya Abdul-Mateen would have showed up and said, hey, man, I'm here to audition for what? Hey, what do y'all got? Like, he's looking for roles over there at Marvel. But Feige going to get him specifically to play
for this.
That's, you talking about blasphemous. That's blasphemy.
Yeah.
He didn't say, hey, man, we think about
all Marvel. The prominent black actors have come through there.
Hey, man, we think about doing Blue Marvel. Hey, man, would you mind being Luke Cage? I'm thinking about rebooting Luke Cage. Hey, do you want to be T'Challa? I'm thinking about, because we got to get T'Challa back in the
nigga. Excuse me, my bad. They asked Aaron Pierre to play T'Challa and put Yahya Abdul-Mateen as goddamn Wonder Man. Like, what? Where are we? Who's in these rooms?
But y'all get on me about Jimmy Gunn. I said after watching this, I said y'all can't talk shit about the shit that James Gunn do no more.
Well,
the zany off the wall character. You can't really. That's what this was. This was a obscure character, a character that don't have the fan following, and they put a lot of attention into it. Now, James
Well,
Gunn is a little bit more wacky and zany with his, but it's the same pick. It's the same pick.
it's just
Same
that
role.
James Gunn doesn't have that 2011 to 2018 stretch that Kevin
Right.
Feige has. Like, it's a legendary run that no
Mhm.
other filmmaker really has underneath their belt, other than maybe James Cameron. He
Nah,
probably the
James
only one that can
Cameron's out
claim
of
that.
there. Like he ain't playing whatever game that everybody else playing. James Cameron
He
does not
playing
play
another
that
game. He playing a totally different game.
He play. It's like that dude just can't lose. He
Yeah,
ain't
no.
got, like. I think James Cameron has one flop. I think on his resume, his first film ever, and that's he don't even have that credited in his credits.
What is it?
Hold on, I'll bring it up.
Well, so I'll be interested to hear the James Cameron film that didn't make damn near $1 billion. But yeah, he doesn't have that to lean on. He doesn't have that run of success
The
to
Piranha 2, The Spawning.
Piranha 2, The Spawning.
He hates it. He did it in 1982. That was his directorial debut. Often refuses to acknowledge it as a true Cameron film because it's a
Nah, you made that shit,
right.
boy.
He made it though, right?
You made that shit. Nah, but he has so many more wins. But other than him, there really isn't anybody else that can claim that level of success over Feige. So that's what it is. That's really what it boils down to. James Gunn is new to that gig. He has the level of success he has right now. He just don't got the cachet.
And that's cool. And I always say when it comes to me and James Gunn, I say I just got to give him grace. The same because we didn't know shit about Feige when he came. You know what I'm saying? Like Feige came. What the only thing was? Nah, I can't even say that because I'm gonna say Iron Man and all of them. He had a better. Feige is an executive, and James Gunn is not. That's why it's Peter Safran and James Gunn. And I think we make the comparison with him and Feige, and it might be the wrong comparison.
Well, okay.
Yes,
I mean, if you want to talk about like pre Warner Brothers James Gunn, then yes, it's not really an apt comparison because one guy's a director, the other guy is head of a studio. I think it's completely apt now.
No, it is. I'm just
He's
saying.
doing the same job.
The past.
Yeah.
Past coming in now. Feige isn't.
Hell,
Not
he worked
Feige,
for
now
Feige.
James Gunn is in an executive role, and Feige is for the most part always been that. You know what I'm saying? Whether when he was working on X-Men and all this stuff, he's always been a junior executive or something like that. So
yeah,
the decision making would be different
producer under Singer with the original X-Men film.
You know, so the decision making would be different. James Gunn is working from a creative brain. Feige's working from a monetary brain, probably. And you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's why Peter Safran is in the same, not in the same office. They offices have a door to connect to.
Right. Yeah. They right next door to each other. Right. Somebody got to watch the money.
Right. So, but other than that, I want to, just like we gave Feige grace, or we ain't even probably know who Feige was during the first phase of whatever was going on. We just, because who it was, Favreau was to me who I knew.
I mean, that's who was the head of the Iron Man movies, and Iron Man was driving the MCU.
Driving the MCU, so
yeah.
But what I want to say, Jay says I missed a lot. Tell me the holy words of Wonder Man, not the holy words of Wonder Man. Nah, it's just I saw somebody talking about Wonder Man today, and they was trying to say or put some things like, oh yeah, in the future we're gonna have Wonder Man and Wanda and Vision. I'm like, what show did you watch, buddy? You must have watched this show because that ain't happening here, man. Whatever lore that you know, throw that shit. That got thrown out. The baby got thrown out with the bathwater on that one.
I said that too when like the show got announced. I'm like, man, y'all not even ready for the interracial love triangle that's about to pop off. But I don't even think we can inch towards that at all, which is so crazy because they was teasing the Grim Reaper and Wonder Man in WandaVision.
WandaVision.
It's like
Yep.
you had this vision way back then. Just make
Mhm.
it happen. Look, Daniel, do whatever you want to do with the show, but you make sure you find a way to work in these two elements because we already set it up years ago in the most popular Disney Plus show to this day.
Right.
Hey,
But that goes back to the creative teams, whether there's Bibles, whether there's notes.
yeah,
I just
what
think
happened
they
to the
just
Bible? Like,
yeah.
what guidelines are y'all actually following?
I think they just say, hey, Marcus, here is Wiccan, right? Have at it. And Marcus not knowing who Wiccan is, like, all right, you go
All right,
do
right, yeah, I'll do something with him, like, but not.
you know what I'm saying?
You
But
didn't give me
nah.
no background. You're not telling me what not to do with the character, what's already
Yeah.
established on the character. Because then again, we be doing that pesky world building thing. We be doing
Right
that
now.
storytelling stuff.
I don't think they like world building no more. I think they're out of the world building, but especially with them relying now on the nostalgia. We gotta go because to me, Doomsday, Secret Wars, these are already worlds that's built already, right? We know who Iron Man is. Other than Doom himself, everybody that they bringing back already has established worlds. The X-Men, we already know. The Wakandans, we already know. Fantastic Four, we just had a film, we already know. Even though that world could use some building up itself, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But everything, the Avengers, Thunderbolts, like they're already in this world that we already know. So there is no thinking outside the box with this because there's no need to. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to build up any worlds because it's already there. I don't need to build up no relationships. The relationships they should fit into place. I don't think there is because the Thunderbolts don't know who the Avengers is as far as personally, right?
They know Sam's got a team, which why haven't we seen Sam's team popping up anywhere else? Whoever that may be.
I just don't think they care. I don't think they care. And I think the fans is gonna be really disappointed. It's gonna be all spectacle, no storyline, no
Do
world.
you know how easy it would be for them to keep people on Disney Plus if they continue to build it out? Like, that's the point. That's what gives us a reason to watch these shows. Do you think everybody just sat down and was like, you know what character I want to watch a TV show about? Wanda. No,
Right.
hell no. But
Right.
you put so many Easter eggs in it. There was
Mhm.
so much intrigue and mystery about what it meant for the rest of the MCU. People were hopeful after that project
Yeah.
because it pushed the narrative forward and it meant something to the rest of the MCU. And every project since then, they've gotten further and further away from doing
lazy.
it.
They got lazy and they look at it like we too big to fail. We don't have to give. Like I said, they look at you in disgust. Like, oh, you a fan? Move, peasant. Like,
yeah, get out of here.
That's how that I feel like that's how they look at us. Oh, you like this comic book? Rip. Like, fuck that comic book. Like, we got this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, dog, why am I even here if you don't respect my money and my time and my thought on your product? Like, the only reason why you're here, why you exist is because of me.
Because of us.
Or of us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just don't get that shit. That shit is what's perplexing to me. Being as big as, like you said, I'm showing up because of the Easter eggs. I'm showing up because of the world building. I'm not showing up but to watch a slice of life show.
Slice of an actor.
That's not why I'm showing up.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you left liking it, right? Yeah, it was cool, but that's not why I showed up. And the next time you do this shit, like the trust that I had, if I was at 100% trust with y'all, I watch Simon Williams, because I'm not calling that shit Wonder Man. I watched Simon Williams show, and a bit of my trust just got chipped away watching that show. Yes, was it a good Simon Williams show? Cool. But I thought Wonder Man was gonna be in the show.
Yeah.
Why not just call it the Simon and Trevor Slattery show? If you really want to do a buddy sitcom type show, which is kind of like what y'all tried to do, name it something else.
He called it Interracial with a Robot.
Yeah, it'll rush you with a robot.
Yeah, I mean, technically, he's based off of Jarvis, which is old white guy. Maybe not. Maybe I'm reaching.
Man, throw Blue and Marcus off the bus. Look, I'm not hating. See, and that's another thing too that I don't like when it come to y'all. Y'all think that I'm hating. I do not hate Marvel. I've been rocking with them for the longest. I'm just throwing it's okay to critique something. You don't have to enjoy everything that they give you. You know what I'm saying? You do not have
also
to
you got to tell the truth. Like we know this is not 2010, it's not 2012, it's not 2018. Like let's take account of where we actually are as a fan base. Like this is not a level of anticipation that meets Endgame or Infinity War. That's not where we at. We're at a point where we have been constantly disappointed by this studio, and now we're giving them one final chance with the biggest spectacle they can put on to try to win us back. Like, don't count it as anything other than that, because that's absolutely what it is.
Right.
They have done absolutely nothing in phases 5 or 6 to signal to the fan base, and that includes Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, that signals to the fan base, we got it, we know where we fucked up, we about to bring y'all some heat. That is not what we got in 2025. Not at all. So we can still be fans, but let's be honest about where we are as a fandom. It's done dropped quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I put it to akin of whatever sports team that you like. Let's say they won whatever championship 2 years, 3 years in a row, and now you know what I'm saying, they're in a rebuild phase, but they don't want to acknowledge that they are in a rebuild phase. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they gotta actually rebuild it, and that's what scares me so much, Blue, is because it doesn't seem like they want to let go of anything.
There you go.
What are you actually rebuilding though? Like what are we rebooting?
They're Mike Tomlin. I used to tell people, hey, Mike Tomlin need to step down. Mike Tomlin need to leave. No, he don't. He always wins. I said, yeah, that's a bad thing. You don't see that? Like, that's a bad thing. You don't want to be the Atlanta Hawks of the 90s and the early 2000s. You don't want to be that, because you don't
get up to the point of winning something, but don't win it.
But don't win nothing. You don't want good picks, or you won't get good picks because you made it to the playoffs, or you just did enough just to get over 500 or whatever it is to have a winning record. You don't want that. You want to be able, okay, let me go rebuild. Let me take some time off. Let me get out of the multiverse, which is holding me back, so I can bring the X-Men to the guys and the girls who want to see the X-Men. Do you know how much money they sitting on? Sooner or later, I'm going to be like, man, fuck Marvel. I'm good. I'm going to go over here. You know what I'm saying? Because I hear a lot of people say, I don't know, man. I don't trust them with the X-Men. That should never come out of nobody's mouth in regards to Marvel, right? Like, it should never come out of anybody's mouth. Oh no,
I'm not worried about how they'll present the old guys, because I think the old guys gonna die in a spectacular fashion. But I'm worried about the newer iteration. I'm worried about their plans for how they move forward with the MCU version of them. That has me a little nervous.
The phase mutants or whatever they want to call it. Everybody's like, I don't know. Why is there? I don't know. X-Men should just be cha-ching, billion dollar bill, or at least close to
it.
Rack it up, ring it up. Here's my money. Take my money. It should be that now. I don't know, man. I don't know who's heading who. They haven't even made the attempt to tell us who's gonna be these new young mutants.
That's again. That's another thing that's sticking in the back of my mind. Like this is going to be one of the bigger teams that you've ever introduced. I would have liked to see pieces of mutants' existence already. Like, and we have we've been to Madripoor, and they tried to put the label on Kamala Khan, but like, I think they're just going to say that they've always been here,
which is fine.
If you do that though, there's got to be a reason. Like, please tell me that you've been going through the MCU projects and you finding opportunities to be like, oh, that was the mutants. Like unexplained shit. That was a mutant. That was a mutant. We was always here. We just had to stay quiet. We already did it with the Eternals, and that shit flopped. So you better have a better plan than that.
Eternals flopped because they didn't want to go in with the mutants. That's why it flopped. They didn't want to go in. If they would have said Celestials, Eternals, Deviants, Mutants, and had the reason why we're getting mutants or something like that, it would have been a reason for there's no reason for that movie to exist. and I'm not saying that it's a bad movie or anything like that. Just go watch the Eternals and then pull back and say, if I got rid of the Eternals, what would it change in the MCU other than letting Sam have a reason in his movie with Adamantium, which really had no bearing on that movie other than they just wanted to have the Japanese fight scene.
Yeah, I'm like, so y'all making Adamantium, like you gonna make it a government, like you honestly they made it stronger than vibranium, and they didn't need vibranium to make it. So it was like, what are we doing? Like, why are we picking apart the lore here?
Do you know how dope it would have been? Because Adamantium was made because they was trying to make vibranium.
Thank you.
They was trying to make vibranium. Hey, we can't get vibranium for the Wakandans. Let's see what can we do. And the dude accidentally made adamantium, right? Mm-hmm. And that's how you get it.
Yep.
But instead, you wanted, hey, let's turn the dead celestial and have it's made out of adamantium. Anybody can get it. Like adamantium is supposed to be a mistake. It's a mistake.
Yeah.
Why not deal with that? Even what's my man? Omega Red. His coils was because they was trying to make vibranium. That's their version. Just like the super soldier serum, everybody has their version.
Blue. I just thought of something. So if adamantium was just discovered on the dead celestial, then that means that if there's a Logan in the MCU right now, then he's still walking around with bone claws.
Yep.
So that means Weapon X program hasn't happened yet in the MCU. Yet. Oh, no.
But that's them not forward thinking. That's them not forward thinking.
I mean, I'm only nervous because that then gives them an attempt at it. Like they gonna get a chance to do William Stryker and the Weapons X program and all that other stuff. Like,
Bone Claw McGraw.
Bone Claw McGraw. Yeah, damn.
But then you destroy everything that makes Logan, right?
If they get a chance to retell the story, yeah.
You destroying everything that makes Wolverine. The memory lapses, him not going on, like you said, the Weapon X program. I don't want to be a part. I don't need a POV of the Weapon X program. Weapon X program should be like some clandestine. I don't know shit about it. All we know is
only see Wolverine was part of it in his memory.
Sabretooth was a part of it. These are the people who are part of it. But I don't want to know it. I hate it when in the comments when they let us know who Logan's past, his mom, his real name, and all that. I hated that shit because it took the mystique away from what Wolverine was. And
they were always going to have to get to that part of his life. They took him to Japan. We done fought world wars. Like we had to see that part of his life at a certain point.
I don't think we had to go that deep. Not to the point of I'm the one who killed my dad and yada. Like we didn't need all that. I didn't, because with him being alive so long, there was enough stories to be told throughout his long life. And the mystique of him not knowing exactly where he's from or who he is, that's what made him him. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what makes him him. That's his origin story, not knowing. That's his Uncle Ben. That's his Martha being killed. What it is? Batman, his family being like, that's his origin story. That's him.
That probably fits their version of Wolverine a little bit better though, because now he doesn't have to have that animalistic instinct. He doesn't have to have that, that trauma built up from the experiments or the wars they was leading and stuff like that. So now they can have a softer Wolverine, somebody who could come to the school with the other children.
That's a good point, Q. The Incredible Hulk with Norton, they mentioned the Weapon X program. That's a good point, but
They do.
they don't care. They don't care what they said in the past. They don't care. Because they're gonna expect you not to know stuff like that, Q. They're gonna expect you not to know stuff like that. Weapon X program, which is a derivative of them trying to make Captain America over and
Super
over.
soldier. Yeah.
And this is the 10th time that they've
Yeah.
done it. They don't care about stuff like that, man. Like I said, they're gonna rip all that shit up. Rip it all up.
Yeah, man.
Even like you said, the love triangle, Wanda, Vision, Simon. That's something that should or could be explored and be dope with it. Running jokes, gags, memes, things like that. Actual storytelling, not fucking showing up auditioning for a damn commercial and
Yeah, we already take that because his brother's not the Grim Reaper anymore. He has no connection to Wanda. You maybe could have had White Vision pull up. You supposed to be doing a whole series about Vision coming up. Why White Vision ain't pull up? They on the same side of the country. They hours away from each other. They both can fly. Why White Vision ain't show up?
Both can fly now. It's just I guess I'm just to the point where I just don't care. Nothing about this makes me care. I don't care.
Well, we will be able to see the true audience reception here over the next couple of weeks. I know that a certain group of YouTubers will be, beating their drum, but it got out to the most positive start it could have, considering the circumstances, considering that they didn't. They have already in the 2 days that it's been out, they've already marketed Daredevil better than they've marketed Wonder Man this entire month. In the few days that Daredevil been out,
they dropped Daredevil's trailer yesterday, and I did a thing about it. I said, okay, I see why y'all doing this. Hey, or I tried to give them some grace. Maybe this side of the map, we had Daredevil, vigilante registration. Like, you can't have superheroes over here. Over here, they don't even really take superheroes that serious, other than, hey, you can't be a superhero on the fucking movie lot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But the West Coast, you could be superheroes, just can't be in the films. Over here in New York, you can't be type of superhero
at all, right?
But then at the same time, yeah, they stepped on their own dope because they don't care about their own dope. That's why they stepped on it. They don't care. That was a throwaway anyway. All 8 episodes, and I've seen a lot of people trying to, cape for that. Oh yeah, of course they did all 8 episodes, because if you did it one by one, it wouldn't. Who would watch it one by one? And I'm like, yeah, that's why.
Like, what? Do you hear yourself? Who would watch it? If you put it out
right. If episode 1 dropped, you're not showing up for episode 2.
If we just give them episode 1, they ain't gonna keep watching.
So yeah. Are you listening to what they're saying? Oh, I'm so glad that they dropped all 8 episodes, because that's the only way you can watch it. Well, that's bad.
I do think it's to the detriment of the show when you just dump it. Like, if you want to do a special, like, we're gonna release 2 episodes this week, we're gonna release 2 this week, and then the rest of them the week after. That at least signals some sort of confidence. You're creating a weekly event. But to just outside of a Netflix who's built for that, built for binge content, Disney is anything but built for a binge model. I'll tell you something I hate about Disney Plus. Don't think about rewinding back past the ad spots on the damn thing. That shit annoys the hell out of me. I can watch Prime, I can watch HBO, I can watch really any other streaming service, and that shit does not happen. Disney Plus, you just watch the commercial, but you need to go back to hear something or something that you missed. Tough titty. You watching them ads again. Same set. Hate that shit.
But see, I think in the next couple years down the line, I think binging is going to be out of the door. I think appointment viewing is because that's what we're seeing, even with sports.
Oh, you mean they gonna try to make themselves like cable?
Yeah, but I've been saying that. That's the only way that you can be viable with this. Because it's all about ads, right? Marcus, you watch them ads 5 times. You're not about to go buy whatever that was. Want to know why? Because you're not the audience for that. But they don't know that. They just throwing the ad up because for ad's sake.
Because they don't know when to reach you.
Because they don't
They
know
don't
who
know
to
when to
reach
you.
or
Yeah.
what they reaching for.
Yeah.
Appointment viewing, I know what when you watch a sports game, what's showing up? Beer,
Sports
and food.
gambling, food.
Sports game, they
Yeah.
know where to place these ads at,
Yeah.
or what ads need to be placed here. Back in the day, soap opera, the reason why they call it soap operas was because of the ads, the soap ads that they placed,
During
on the TV
the
show.
TV
So
show.
they called them soap operas because it was
We
about
talked about this on the pod, man, maybe a couple months ago, and it was like the reason why you had better targeted advertisements or ad placements, even for things like kids' toys, is because they knew when the kids was gonna be in front of the TV.
on
We
front of
had things like Saturday morning
Mhm.
cartoons. We had things like the 7 o'clock block before prime time. You had your Saturday family movie showing up on Disney or Nickelodeon or
right.
whatever.
But
Like
that's
you
appointment
knew when to capture your
appointment viewing.
audience. You know,
Appointment viewing. That's all it is. Appointment viewing. Game of Thrones, right? They'll figure out if Game of Thrones plays at 8 or 9 o'clock. I'm pretty sure HBO Max, if you got an ad tier or whatever, those ads will be geared towards people who watch Game of Thrones because it's appointment viewing. I know exactly who these people are and what they buy.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
the
it would
only
be
way
nice to
they gonna
get back to some. I think it created anticipation as well, right? Like
Mhm.
I do believe in a binge model for certain shows because it if you're making it for a binge model, then you're setting up each episode to end on a climactic point, right? To lead you into the next episode.
Right.
I don't feel like most productions are set up like that. Netflix know that y'all don't pay attention. They know
Yeah,
that you need
they
certain
know.
things repeated. They know that they need to leave off on a certain note to make you either continue watching or to come back later.
Mhm.
All
It's
studios
smart
are
on them.
not shooting that way.
I think it's bad that they're doing that. They're creating that environment and
That type
culture,
of count,
but it's
yeah.
smart on them. They know, hey, I created the binge model, so I need to give something for them to binge, right?
Yeah.
When you have Wonder Man and you dump it, it's not a. If I'm showing to do a TV show, what if the show can only be watched in binge version, then I didn't do a good job episodically. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't do a good job episodically. I don't have no issues with binging my show, but if you can't watch my show episode 1 and make a determining factor whether you want to come back or not, or whether it was good or not, or this episode 1 has to connect the 2 to 3 in order for you to get a good feel of what's going on, I didn't do a good job.
Yeah.
Because these shows are episodes. That's why I said Wonder Man should have just been an hour long or an hour and 15, 20 minute
Like a movie. Yeah.
That's all it should have been. Wonder Man.
Have you seen Birdman with Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton,
This kind of reminded me of that.
Yep.
If they ended this series and tell me like he was just having a manic episode or some shit and he really didn't have no powers and it turned out he was just like mildly schizophrenic or had some sort of mental condition.
Why you playing? I thought they was gonna go that way.
Like I'm thinking like, hold on, man, is he hallucinating? Because nobody actually watch him do this, and then he did it in front of his family. So that kind of
I thought they was going that way. Or especially during the when they showed him and he punched the dude through the head or whatever. Like, I'm like, okay, are we even? Because like you said, him breaking the table, his mom's table, like, damn, dog. Like, even and how do you even get over? Like, you know what I'm saying? How does whatever you do that?
Smashed up his mama
Smash, and that's it. All right, back to me and Trevor finna go run lines. You know what I'm saying? But I thought that was just maybe this is just fake. Maybe this is in Trevor's head. Maybe it's in somebody else's head because why am I doing? Because it just to me just went back to why am I doing a Wonder Man show? You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I lean that way.
Yeah.
Like why am I doing a Wonder Man show? And no, chill. Daredevil will not be a binge release. They're gonna do it because it's something to talk about. I saw one reviewer who was reviewing Wonder Man and they said, "Ooh, I watched this show. It was so good. It's got so much stuff to talk about. And I was like, what?
I must have
Explain to me
missed it,
what's
brother. I
yeah,
missed it all. I missed it all.
they gave us so much to talk about. And I'm like, all right, let me hear your review because what did they give us to talk about? Like, wasn't a lot in this to talk about.
The pending return of Doorman.
That is all everybody talks about. Doorman, Doorman, Doorman.
Doorman.
Maybe I
I
should have
will
did a
say
show about Doorman.
it was a lightning rod of an episode because I felt like it was low key out of place. I didn't think that they needed an entire episode of that to explain why it was
Doorman,
important for him to be
flaws,
hiding himself.
Doorman flaws. Yeah.
I did want them to explain that because if it was just based out of pure fear of being different, that would have been pretty stupid. But so they gave him a real life reason not to want to show his powers. At the same time, they really drugged that shit out with Doorman. Like
Yeah,
they drugged that shit out a
did.
lot.
They did.
So I didn't feel like they needed to go the whole episode. I was actually upset that that's all we got in episode 5 was Doorman. And that was it. That was the whole episode.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he get up and walk out the studio because
Walk
he's
out the-
scared.
Where's Doorman at now?
Good question. Probably in
See
the
what I'm
raft.
saying? Like where he
Probably
at
in the
now?
raft.
Why? Or deal damage control got him?
Yeah, I'm gonna say damage control picked his ass up and put him in the raft.
Yes. It's just so much. Because Doorman, Great Lakes Avengers, him, Wonder Man. Is it him? Wonder Man?
The Great Lakes Avengers. My
Yeah,
God.
you got Great Lakes, you got the West Coast Avengers. Like they did all of that. Yep.
We don't need 5 Avengers teams, y'all.
No, we don't. We don't. I'm just thinking of all of the. And he's a serious character too. He ain't no how they made him in this. That's what I don't like. You take these serious characters, Mr. Immortal
joke.
from She-Hulk, made him a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to get away from my ex-wife, and he jumps out the window and I'm just faking my death to get away. Really?
The doctor in the wrecking crew that they recast as a white dude.
Mm-hmm.
They recast as a white dude. Yeah.
Like they just so unserious with these characters, and when it don't work or it don't go over, they blame us and say, "Oh, you just don't understand what we were trying to do here." Well, that means you didn't do a good job.
No, I got what you was trying to do. You shouldn't have been trying to do it. I don't understand why they keep trying to win art house awards and Oscars with these projects. Like that crowd does not like what you do. They will always talk about you like like you're lesser. Why don't you get back to kicking their teeth in at the box office so that you don't have to listen to them? But now the Scorseses of the world, the people who hate this genre of film get to dance on your grave because you offer it up to them so often.
You're right.
Often.
You just give up the ghost real quick. Real quick.
You don't have to serve that crowd because that crowd never made or broke you. It's mom, I'm trying to take the kids somewhere on Friday night that we could all do together. It's date night. And we didn't heard about the next Avengers movie all week anyways.
Right.
It's high school. We ain't got shit else to do on Friday, but we got $20 we can scrounge together. Let's go see the next Avengers movie. Right. Those are the people who were into your product, right? And so when you made it, I won't say uncool, but kind of like apathetic to go to another Marvel movie, like the last one sucked. Or they talked about the last one on the internet a lot, or all the Marvels on their downside. Like now you have a reputation to overcome. Your reputation is not drawing people into the theaters anymore. You have to overcome your reputation to get people in.
Yeah. Lawrence, you right. DC did do it without compromise. Penguin won hella awards, but it was a Penguin show. Like it was. They took a couple of liberties. They changed his name, but that was straight out of a comic. Like that was the Long Halloween. You know what I'm saying? Like it's references that I can go through with the book and actually pinpoint the things that's going on in the Penguin. It got hell of awards because they got good actors to do a good comic book movie or a good comic book show. That's I also don't think that
they didn't divorce the comic book aspect from the real world, traumatic stuff that they were trying to put into the
Yeah,
series. Like those things went hand in hand.
hand in
You
hand.
know, you still had the Falcone family. You still had you still had the remnants of things
Mhm.
that Batman had did in the last movie showing up in this series. Like they did the work of validating themselves within the cinematic universe for Batman, and also acknowledging the comic book aspects of Gotham and the figures within Gotham. Like they didn't have to veer away from that stuff to get to, you know, Oswald's stuff that he got going on,
Yeah.
and his betrayals and his mental whatever. All of that stuff went hand in hand with all the comic book stuff. It was like a happy
Mhm.
marriage. It felt like
Right,
every
right.
time they were trying to serve their narrative, we weren't talking about comic book stuff. And so like it was like, why am I here then? Like, because I thought I was coming to see a superhero show.
Right, right.
Kevin
Kevin says
Davis.
y'all can't complain. I know, right? Now, folks reject Jonathan Majors, Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson, Kevin Feige, pivot back to was. Folks didn't reject
Fam, I
Jonathan
don't even know
Majors.
how this applies to what we're talking about. Before
Folks
you
didn't
even get
reject Anthony Mackie. What they rejected was the story surrounding Anthony Mackie. Like, if they would have done a Falcon story with some dope you know what I'm saying, some nice world building with Sam, I don't think people were rejected. The thing, people rejected Sam because you knew you was gonna get backlash for making this black man Captain America. You should have known that. Like out of the gate. I don't know how you don't understand that. It didn't even go over well in the comic books the first time that they did it. Right? You got the hate mail and the racist. Matter of fact, they put it into the damn book. They put that into the book. That was a storyline in the book. Hey, Captain America is black. The white folks don't like Captain America being black. The white fascists or the white Nazi group or whatever, the white nationalist group shows up and Sam got to go kick some teeth in, right? They did it in the book. Marvel, the MCU
they didn't want to
didn't
do that.
want to
They
do
didn't
that.
want to do that. Yeah. They afraid of telling black stories, but they are definitely afraid of telling a black story. Yeah, I can't really respond to Kevin Davis in good faith because I know he be on our back. He just be trolling.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie was not the problem. It was the script. It just
It
Mackie.
it was a sequel to a 2008 Hawk film. Like it was,
Right.
I I want Julius Ona. I want to get him in a room where he, you know, ain't no recording, ain't nobody gonna hear it. Tell me the truth, brother. Because I know you didn't walk into that office and be like, listen, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but for Captain America 4, I want to do the Incredible Hulk 2.
Let's read.
I
Let's
know
read
damn
this.
well he didn't say that shit. So I want to know how that all came about.
Imagine this. We give Sam the shield. He's now Captain America. 2008 Hulk. We bring all of that back on top of him. Cool, right?
Like, I mean, everybody. The villain, we're gonna bring back the love interest. Is the Hulk gonna be in it? No. But everybody else is gonna be in it. Ross is in it, the leader's in it, Betty is in it. Like, damn.
Nah.
They found a way to put the Hulk's love interest in that movie. Where's Sam's love interest? Is he asexual? Do he just not? He don't. That man don't have any type of relations outside of the X Tower or the Avengers Tower.
Easily slid Misty Knight in there. They could have slid Misty Knight in there.
Misty Knight could have been old girl, the whoever. I don't know if she was
or
military
whatever,
or she's part of Secret
whatever
Service.
version, a fake Misty Knight stand-in character. They could have did that. They don't want to build Sam up. That's what I don't like. They don't want to build Sam up. This the guy who y'all are placing all faith on, putting, hey Sam, MCU is on your back. And then when Feige threw him under the bus when that movie
He sure did. He sure did.
Yeah, it failed. We didn't have Chris Evans in it. Wait, what?
Wow. Like, hold on, fam. You acted like you didn't green like this movie.
Say what now?
Like it wasn't your idea to put the shield in Sam's hand in the first place. Hold
Wait a
on,
minute,
man.
We didn't have.
That man said it failed because we didn't have Steve, son of a bitch. First of all, so whose idea was it? A, to make all these changes in the first place, and then B, when we got to the point of crafting the narrative for Captain America 4, why? Well, I tell you why, because we had to pivot from Serpent Society and everything that was going on with there. Maybe when we was on with that and Seth Rollins and
And
whoever else was gonna be in it.
I hate that too. Don't be scared of what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, what was going on at that time?
The insurrection stuff.
The insurrect over in Israel, right?
No,
Was
no.
it
Are you
that?
talking about at the time that they were? Wait. The time that they were writing this, or the time
Yeah,
that it
it
came
was
out?
right. What made them pivot from that storyline with the Serpent Society having old girl what's the Jewish mutant
Oh yeah. She was she was an Israeli
yeah.
Avenger
They
or
just
something
they
like that.
just got
Israeli
rid of her
mutant or something.
whole backstory and she just became just a regular military Sabra. Yeah, like she had nothing involved with her other than like covert agent number one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I get it, and they were
Pandemic.
definitely
That's what it
running
was. No one
from
said it was a pandemic.
they were running from the pandemic situation in Falcon and Winter Soldier. It doesn't benefit them to try and dip their toe in those type of subject matters though if they not gonna go full-fledged. Like the most popular shows that deal with political issues deal with them as authentically as possible,
Yeah.
right? Like you wasn't gonna get a House of Cards playing standard neoliberal
Talk
politicking
about it.
type of
Talk
things. You know what
about
I'm saying? Like you actually got to get into the nitty gritty of what happens in Washington to make that show interesting.
it. Yep.
So I would avoid that shit altogether. It is comic books, right? Like we could just stick to what's already written. They already laid a map out for you. But if you
What
choose to take these real world issues and put it
and
into your
take them.
narrative,
That's all I'm
you do
saying.
it right. Yeah, do it
Don't,
right.
don't pussyfoot around. Don't half-heart it. Take the step. Like take the step. It's okay. Yeah, the pandemic is going on. I get it. It's a virus. I get it. Let's talk about it on the
That's it.
on the superhero scale. How can we get the story told? Right?
Mhm.
Like I don't understand. Oh, the that's being insensitive. Insensitive to who? Did the shit not happen? Like y'all ain't like the pandemic was made up or some shit
Right,
like
right.
that.
It was fake.
Oh, it's
Did
insensitive.
they
Oh,
storm the
we can't do
Capitol?
that.
Did all of that happen? Like all of that shit happened.
It happened. Who was it insensitive to? If they're criminals, if we're deeming them criminals, if the lot of us deem them criminals and see what they did as a violation,
They
who
should
are
be
we?
shunned in media.
Right.
We should be putting that shit in movies and booing.
I don't get it. Yes, up the propaganda to shun them. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like we did that with the Russians back in the 80s, right?
Boy, we still dealing with effects of Red Scare nonsense today. Today.
All 2000s was about was Muslim fear,
Mhm.
Islamophobia. That propaganda was on high, 100%. Every damn political unrest show was that,
And
right?
we're seeing the fruits of that labor today.
So
Seeing the
y'all
fruits of
couldn't
that
dip
labor
y'all
today.
pinky toe into the lake of COVID and talk about that for a Captain America movie, a superhero movie. You know, something that's not even as serious. It's not super serious.
Yeah.
It's superheroes.
The
It's fiction. It's
superheroes, yeah.
made up.
This is the vehicle that the most people are actually going to sit down and listen to you through, right? Like this is
And
the
just your
opportunity
eyes
for you if
wide.
you care about changing hearts and minds, if that's a thing.
Nah, they don't want to do that. Like you said, this is the perfect vehicle to do, and you won't even have to be heavy handed because we sitting there and we combing through it anyway. We combing through it. Damn, I think this might be an allegory for COVID. You think? Damn, shit. Let me go back and watch this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And most of the time it happens prematurely, right? That show was written pre-COVID, or at least the script was written pre-COVID. And so same thing with Wonder Man. Somehow they end up writing a story that tells the story of what's going on
right
outside
outside.
at perfect timing. So it really doesn't help you to draw that narrative back. You see examples of that over and over and over again. Oh, let's avoid too many Red Hulk scenes because we don't want to liken Harrison Ford to Trump. How
Right.
did that play out for you in the movie?
In the movie. The thing is, it's okay to do that because those things don't go away. Viruses don't go away. War doesn't go away.
Tyrants don't go away.
Tyrants don't go away. Like these things are they're constants.
They'll
in
always be
storytelling.
relevant. Yeah, you're right.
You can go back thousands of years. Hell, what's the oldest? The oldest story told, what's that? Gilgamesh, I want to say. The Epic of Gilgamesh. It's corruption in that. It's all the things that happen today. The Sumerians told that story way back then with the Epic of Gilgamesh. You know what I'm saying? So
people love 1984, right? And damn if it don't feel like some 1984 shit going on right now. They will tell you not to believe your lying eyes.
It's the Odyssey. Right?
Yep.
We're doing the Odyssey again. Yep. How many Odyssey movies has happened? That shit is still valid. Iliad with Troy, that shit is still valid. Men still do dumb shit for women and get whole countries blown the fuck up or destroyed and murdered. That's what men do. You know what I'm saying? Oh well, it's a constant. Like I just don't understand you not wanting to even Sam's plight of being a black man and representing what he, you know what I'm saying, pivoting or torn, whatever, being on the fence or anything. Why would you not want to tell that? Why would you not want to tell that? That's a dope story.
Just talked to the first super soldier who was experimented on and commandeered for years by his own government. And then when he get a chance to speak in front of said government, he say a whole bunch of stuff about you got to do better, Senator. Like, hold on, man. Hold on, wait. You mean he sat in that house with Isaiah Bradley and heard them stories about how they was experimenting on him and they had him locked up, and you making all these faint comparisons to the Tuskegee experiments, right? And then when he get a chance to speak on the world stage in front of everybody, is you got to do better, Senator.
That's it.
Like that's another one I would want to talk to. I want to talk to Malcolm Spellman. Like, bro, what happened? What happened? You was putting all these cookie crumbs in here. What happened, dog?
Steve would have did way more worse. We saw what Steve do. We saw how Steve get down.
Yeah.
When some shit ain't right.
Yep.
Not you got to do better, Senator. How about this? How about I go and I fuck all your shit up?
I'm rogue like a mug. Like,
right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. Hey, can we talk about Captain Steve for a minute? I went back to watch. Is Steve just a high functioning human? Like he can do like whatever the best human, like I'm super fast, I'm super strong, or is this dude the Hulk?
No, he's enhanced. He's not the Hulk, but he's stronger than I say the strongest human.
Right.
He has to be like he has enhanced abilities.
And the reason I asked this, I'm watching Civil when him and Bucky and Iron Man are going at it. He tells Bucky to run, right? Bucky takes off running. Iron Man
go chasing down,
to fly.
Yep.
Rocket boosters on. Steve grabs his leg
and holds him there.
And holds him in midair. I said, "Wait a minute, man."
Well, you missing one. You missing one.
I remember the helicopter.
I was gonna say the helicopter, nigga. He was holding on to the damn helicopter.
But I was like, okay, at least with that, he was anchored on. He was holding it. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
I mean, still though, he's holding the helicopter with one hand.
Right. It still should have ripped him in half. But I was like, okay,
he's a super soldier.
The reality. Let's move. You know, it's fake. We know it's fake. But I was like, okay, the logic of it. He's anchored down. He's pulling. You know, he just standing on the ground, one hand. When Iron Man takes off like a rocket, he just stopped.
No.
Iron Man's like, what the fuck?
If you remember, Tony, because through the fight, Tony's suit got messed up. So even as he's climbing up to go get Bucky, I think only one of his blasters was working. Only one of his thrusters was working on his suit. So he flying crooked. He probably grabbed the dead leg and was like, come here. Hold on.
No, he grabbed the booster leg.
Oh, he grabbed the booster leg? Oh, damn.
Yeah, he just grabbed it. Because Tony looked back like, what the hell is going on?
He didn't have full power though. He definitely didn't have full power because remember he didn't have the guidance signal, the guidance system anymore. He had to do it off of eyesight.
I was like, get the hell out of here.
Cap is definitely enhanced. right? He's not just the strongest human
Yeah.
being. Strongest human being, I would say, you probably looking like daredevils and punishers and stuff like that without any type of mutants
Without
or
any type
enhancement. You looking at like Daredevil,
right.
but like the difference between Daredevil strength and and Captain America is a canyon there.
But what?
He has
Okay,
to
so
be.
what's the difference between Captain America and Hulk strength? Then, like, is there a canyon
It's
between that?
even bigger. Yeah, I'm about to say it got to be even
I
bigger.
don't know, man. Cap be doing some even watching Sam's Captain America. He he did the wings in the ground with the shield on top. He should have died from that. Regardless, the thing came and pushed his body in on Captain America: Brand New World. Remember, he
What
put his
happened?
wings into the ground and he just had the shield over.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, nah, man. Like we gotta come up with what does vibranium do?
Or the supersonic landing in the
That too.
beginning of the movie.
Yep.
I'm like, fam, you mean the wind gust of you landing was strong enough to knock all these niggas on the ground, but you landed perfectly on your feet?
Yep.
Bones would be jelly. Bones would
Yeah.
be.
We saw T'Challa take the rhino hit and all of that. Like he took these hits, it hurt him, it moved him out of the way.
Yeah.
Sam ain't getting moved. He just I just need some I need a baseline on what the logic, what MCU logic is. That's all.
So I would say Steve and Black Panther are probably
equal.
This has probably even been established.
Yeah.
I believe so, that the super soldier serum is similar to what they're ingesting chemically for the from the heart shaped herb in terms of how it enhances your abilities. So I would put T'Challa in terms of strength and speed, durability, right there, Steven T'Challa. Now, Sam is a man. He's a man. He ain't got no shots. He got wings and some guns. He is a whole human.
It's the man in the suit. Who, like what they say to Wonder Man. He's just a regular guy who can throw the shield. Ain't that what Wonder Man?
Right. He's just a regular guy who can throw the shit. Yeah, all right. Run up on him.
But that's what it. Sam could be so much cooler in the MCU than what they made him, man. Sam should be cool. Sam should be, because black actors, black characters, we are cool. Like that's if it's one thing that we are in a movie, is cool, right?
Yeah.
Sam ain't got that. Like there's no cool factor with Sam.
I think they focused more on making him virtuous. Like that was the idea. We're gonna make him the most. We're gonna try to make him the heart. But
you got too many hearts already.
You already got a heart. You got Steve, you got Vision, you got Thor. Like you got a lovable crew already. They just kind of inserted Sam into the middle of that.
He should have been cool. Sam is probably out of all of them I've seen war, but I'm a regular guy. So I see it through a different lens. I need to be cool because I hang out with regular people. Y'all don't hang out with regular people. Black Widow, everything for you is a mission, right? Yep. Thor, you a guy. Who the hell knows who the hell you done hung out with? You know what I'm saying? Steve, you've been trapped in ice forever.
You don't know nothing.
You ain't even had sex yet, ain't even, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Ain't nothing about you cool. Why is Steve cooler than Sam?
Well, only thing that's cool about Steve, Sam gave him. Remember, Sam gave him what did he give him? Marvin Gaye.
Marvin, right. So why? I'm gonna ask you again. Why is Steve
cooler than Sam? I don't know, but it doesn't ever seem like they were invested in Sam as the Falcon. They were invested in Sam becoming Captain America eventually. Yeah. Like that was their plan for them, and that's kind of where they ended up. They never really worked on promoting the Falcon character. Like we just talked about how in that movie, who is his love interest that should be popping up here? Yeah. Like, do he got kids anywhere that he need to be worried about? He sure don't give a shit about his sister and them nephews no more. Because we haven't popped back in on them at all. Like
say
they didn't
that
even
was
write his family that was established in the TV show into the movie.
but they would say, well, we would argue we don't know enough about Sam, but they say, well, he's got a sister and nephews, right? And they own a boat. Like, is that enough though? Like,
Right. I mean, that's enough to reference in the movie that's about him. Absolutely. What was the point of introducing all that stuff if you was never going to revisit it again?
I mean, Sam was in the Air Force, right?
Yep.
Supposed to be a dope pilot. He was so good of a pilot that they gave him his own little jetpack prototype stuff. I want to know about these people. Like, who was
that program? Yeah.
That program. What made him so dope in doing it? He's the last surviving guy, from my understanding, right? Steve or Sam should be dope. Like, I should be able to fight. I should be able to do all of these things. I am a tactician. I should be the man. I don't get that from him.
Yeah.
I get orders. We already got Rhodey, the guy who follows orders.
Yeah.
Sam is just
we didn't need another by the book military man from that. Yeah, he could have stood on alone in his own respect, which they made him a little bit more rebellious. Obviously, he ran with Steve when it was time to pick sides. It's just they didn't follow. He did that and then ended up a company man in Brave New World.
Yeah,
like listening to everything the president say. Yeah, Mr. President, I wanted you to work with me. Like, man, hey, bro, what did you, man? The fugitive with Captain America. What's all this? Yes, sir. Shit.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. And I don't even think he would be like that. When I was in the military, yes, the president is the commander in chief, but we don't. Man, I tell the story all the time. President, well, he was the ex-president. It was his dad. Landed on my ship. I laid George Bush Sr. on the fucking deck, laid him down on accident. It wasn't on purpose. He was in my fucking way. Get the fuck out the way.
You pushed the president?
I didn't mean to. He just, he's a frail guy. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I had to
throw you off that damn ship. You lucky they didn't throw you off that damn ship. And say they hit a bump or something and it happened by accident.
They tackled me to the ground or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The air boss was like, hey, who is that guy? Bring him up to me. I ended up not having to go see the air boss. They played on the ship. I worked on the aircraft carrier, flight deck. They record everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they do reality TV, skits and all types of stuff. I ended up being a part of a skit. Every evening they would run the film, Don't Be This Guy. I ended up being the guy that you didn't want to be. But what I'm saying is, everybody was like, man, fuck that dude. Like, yeah, he was in the way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, presidents don't know nothing about military actions or what's going on. They're just, hey, I'm the commander in chief. They do this shit.
Around.
Yeah, it's like, no, get the fuck out. Hey, no. Hey, yeah, Mr. President, I want you to work with me. You wouldn't even be talking to him. You'd be talking to whatever general. That's who's going to be doing the working with. You know what I'm saying? The president is off doing some other shit.
Hey, the way he bust up in that room and walked straight to the president and ain't nobody stop him, tackle him, put a gun on him. I'm like, whose United States is this? I hope it ain't that easy. Just bust up in a room and act like you're supposed to be there. You get straight to the president.
Nah, they keep him with him. Like, he had two guys with him. Two Secret Service men. Hell, might have been more. Those are the ones I saw.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, they had somebody in the cut. They had a couple sharp.
He had at least two with him. And they keep them for life. They keep Secret Service for life. So
yep.
You're not just walking up on the president, no matter what. I don't care if you Sam or even Steve. You ain't just walking up on the president unless it's a commission meeting or something like that. So, but yeah, Sam just could have been cooler. He ain't got no powers, can't talk to no birds, nothing. Like, he
can't talk to no birds. Oh, yeah, that wasn't they changed his Falcon into a robot.
Yeah, turned into a robot. They don't even use the AI Falcon robot too well.
More, no.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just regular, man. I just don't like that. I just don't like Sam being regular. And especially now I'm going back and I'm reading a little bit more on Captain America's Sam Wilson, Captain America. because I skimmed over those storylines when they first came out, and I'm like, man, let me go reread. Because I'd be talking a lot of shit about Sam. So let me, let me go reread. And I'm like, nah, man, Sam is all right. Sam, I see you, dog. He all right. He one of us in the books.
For sure. No, he definitely is. He definitely is. And he was the first one to start throwing hands over Captain America when he died, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Bucky and them was still scrolling around trying to figure out who the shooter was. Hey, Falcon was busting heads. So.
Busting heads, yeah.
Shout out to him, man. You got any final thoughts on Wonder Man? What was your final take?
What my final take, like I said, it's mid. I don't hate it. I just don't love it neither. And those who like it, salute. I'm not here to get in an argument and go back and forth with anybody for liking it. I gave my reasons of my enjoyability with it, and that's it. That's how I'm starting to treat a lot of stuff now. I mean, I'm not about to go back and forth with y'all. If y'all like this watered down derivative stuff that they give y'all, then I love it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to go back and forth with y'all, but just know that they can do way better than what y'all than what they are giving us, and that's why I stand. That's the line that I told. I know these stories. I know everything ain't panel for panel, line for line, coming out of the books, but the books exist for a reason. The stories are dope in the book. Translate them to whatever medium you need to turn them into, whether it's TV, movies, or whatever. But this shit here that they giving you, if you want to boycott this shit, go right ahead. If you don't want to show up for this shit, you don't have to show up for it. You know what I'm saying? But don't gaslight me. Don't act like Ironheart don't exist and y'all saying, oh, this is such a human telling of and I'm like, dog, Ironheart exists. WandaVision was the same way. Oh, this is better than Falcon. It's like, come on, man. This is not better than Falcon, and it's the top 3 MCU show.
No.
How? No. And why? So
as a regular television show, if this was not at all connected to the MCU, this would be a serviceable television show. It'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
As a MCU project, it just does not pass the smell test. It doesn't meet the snuff. There's not enough. There's over focus on the setting and the occupation of the character as opposed to his true nature.
Yeah.
And why we all showed up in the first place. So I feel like in that regard, it's a fundamental miss. I'll probably give it like a 6-7, a 6-7, a 6 or a 7 out of 10. But disappointed in that yet another great black actor that we wanted to see in the MCU. Giancarlo Esposito was another one we didn't get off, Sidewinder. But yet another young black actor who's, thinking that this is going to be a springboard, something that helps him create better opportunities down the road. It just doesn't feel like that right now at this moment. So a little bit disappointed in that regard. Yeah. Could have been Blue Marvel. Absolutely could have been Blue Marvel. Could have been T'Challa if they'd have pulled their head out their ass. But definitely could have been the scientist the scientist friend that Monica was waiting on in WandaVision, not this random, Latino general. It should have been. Yeah, it should have been Yaya, man. But
they not. I don't think we will ever get Blue Marvel. It's too polarizing, too political. It's too political.
Well, even if they don't want to tell the backstory necessarily, have we not already done that with Isaiah? Like they didn't show it, but you kind of already told how black powered individuals were treated in that era. What's one more? We've already established that that's what was going on. So but
which would be Isaiah and Blue Marvel team up, or like a like a showing them doing some shit together, kind of like what we got with Ant-Man back when Ant-Man was doing the Cold War stuff.
Now you want to do a Marvel spotlight, a special presentation That's
Yeah,
some shit that they get
that's
people to
one.
show up for
That's one.
sure. Go see
That's
Isaiah
one you do.
Bradley during his Super Soldier days. He running in the
Mhm.
Blue Marvel. Like, man, okay, all right, yeah. Now I'll
That
show up
that
for
would
that.
that would most definitely be one to do. Look, the layups are there all day long. The alley oops is there. The hat, the what it is, the hat tricks and the hockey assist. Them shits is there. They just don't want to do it because
They don't want to use them. Yeah.
they want to tell this. They want RDJ. They want, I don't know. Doom ain't even got we don't even need Doom right now. We really don't. We don't need Doom right now. It's a lot of other villains to use. It's a lot other stories to tell to get out of what you're doing right now. I wouldn't use Doom yet, especially if I'm going into another phase. Why am I wasting
Well,
Doom?
I feel like they already wasted the opportunities to introduce them, and so now it's going to naturally feel last
They
minute
got
because they're
yeah,
dumping it in this movie. You know, you had an opportunity to use them with Wakanda. Hell, you could have tied them into the death of T'Challa. You could still tie them into the death of T'Challa because you
yeah,
never explained it.
right.
Um, you could have used him in Fantastic Four and not just the back of his head, you know, at an after credit scene. You could have actually introduced him at the same time with the other
Mhm.
characters. You could have used Doctor Doom, Ant-Man 2.
Yeah,
Ant-Man 2, when they had the secret buyer who was looking to
secret
get the
buyer.
PIM
Yeah,
particle, right? Like that could have been Doom. So many opportunities for Doom to poke his head out. And maybe they connect all those things back together. Maybe they say, hey, look, that's been Doom all this time. Well, they can't do that because it's Downey Jr. and he can't be doing all that shit in the same universe. So even the Doom Easter eggs that we thought was there are null and void now because they made it Robert Downey Jr.
right.
And he from a
No,
whole nother universe.
I think the Doom ball dropped and they left it wherever they left it at, and they run like
Ran and picked it back up.
yeah. It's I don't even know how to explain this Doom situation, man. I really don't. Like I said, I hope it's good. I hope it's good, but that I no longer give the benefit of the doubt to Marvel. That's why I'm at.
Yeah.
I know they no longer get the benefit of the doubt for me. They got to prove it. They my loyalty is just look. This ain't black folks voting Democrat. I ain't doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Hey, I
I need
understand.
some in return, and right now they're not giving me
They're
nothing
not
in
doing it.
return. Yeah,
Agreed.
they just let me see some of these chats real quick, and then we wrap it up.
For sure.
Stamina said Falcon and Winter Soldier had more money to spend on locations and CG, great, but Wonder Man was better cinematography, better dialogue, better acting across the wider cast, less tonal whiplash, character inconsistencies. Less character inconsistencies? I
I
mean,
mean,
yes,
that last
inside the
part,
show.
you was on point on just about everything you said except for character inconsistencies.
Right.
They literally split Simon Williams and Wonder Man as different people.
It's
Like,
different people.
you know,
And that's what I was gonna say. Maybe he's saying in the show. Because
in the
like we
show, yeah,
said,
as it
whoever
was.
Yaya was playing, that character that Yaya played, he played the hell out of that character.
Simone.
So yes,
The Simone.
Simone, yeah, Simone.
Simone.
That character was consistent for that Wonder Man show. You know what I'm saying? But if we talk about who I know the character is, oh, it's major.
It's hella inconsistent. But I do get that, like, they were leading us in one direction on Falcon and Winter Soldier, and how we ended up by the end was not exactly what they built up. I get that. I mean, if you prefer this over Falcon and Winter Soldier, that's fine. But I know what it is not. I know it's not WandaVision.
Yeah.
I know it is not the best Disney Plus show that we've seen from Marvel. So, and that was well overstated by the critics in the lead.
What monologue and what? Because did Wonder Man have like a memorable monologue?
A couple of them when they was reading lines, and then when he was talking to Trevor in the car, right? And he obviously had the recorder on, but that was a pretty good one when he was describing about, you know, how his powers came about and what he'd been doing and stuff like that. There were several good monologues in here. I am not showing up to MCU content for monologues. To hear people talk.
Right.
I'm absolutely not doing that. It's not what I'm here for.
Coaches say they were quoting Edgar Allan Poe and shit.
Yeah, literally. They was literally quoting Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
Hamlet. Doing Hamlet quotes.
I didn't come to hear no Shakespeare. I want to see Iron Parker.
Fam, I'm waiting for him to bust out in the middle of the night in his sleep or something. Trevor walk in, he putting away his costume. He didn't get into the costume until the last episode, bro. He wasn't in the suit until the last episode.
And it's a Hollywood suit. So it's not even like a functioning superhero suit.
Yeah, no, it's a Hollywood costume.
You know, it's a Hollywood suit. Maybe Ruthie did that suit for him, man. Who knows? But salute Wonder Man. They got it out of the way. Now they can move forward. One last question. Do we see does Wonder Man show up in the future? Do you believe? Yes, no?
This version that we saw in this show, not unless he's in Spider-Man. Now, does that mean we never see Yaya in the MCU again? I doubt it. He's kind of too big of a face not to use in something. But this, the person we seen here, that version only pops back up if Daniel Destin Cretton gets a chance to put him in another movie, because I don't see how that character is useful to the MCU. Like you oh shit, we gotta fight Doom. Let's go grab Simon. No, leave Simon where he at. Simon gonna get in that bitch and be like, okay, so what's Dr. Doom's background? Like, I feel like that's important. Let me know what his history is.
What's his motivation?
What's his motivation? I just feel like it should be changed. I feel like it should be different. Can you tell him to fight for something different so I can fight him?
See, to say keep Ruth. I'm saying it would be canonically right and proper to have Ruth being the wardrobe person in the show, would it not? That just makes sense.
Why we gotta keep Ruth's name out of our mouth? We were saying something positive.
Like, that just makes sense. I wasn't talking bad about it. I'm just saying Ruth did the suit for Wonder Man. I think it would have been dope if that was actually. I ain't saying that she did, but if that was
Kugler green light, we're lost, bro.
What happened?
We're lost. She said Destin getting the Kugler green light. At least Kugler got sinners. At least Kugler got sinners. What Simon done put up that's that box office to where he got a open. Go ahead, shoot it from anywhere, Destin. You got it.
Yeah, well, outside of Shang-Chi, what is Destin? Is his filmography? Let me see.
Oh, you was trying to say Ruth Carter made Wonder Man suit?
No, I wasn't saying. I was saying it would be dope if they like
she should make it. Okay.
Yeah. That's. I wasn't saying that she did. No, I know she didn't. No, I was saying that because it was a movie. It's on the set, right? I don't know if this was a Marvel movie or not. Inside a Marvel movie, if it is, why not have Ruth E. Carter make the suit? That's all.
But his Spider-Man movie ain't came out yet, y'all. Damn.
Yeah,
we don't even know what that Spider-Man movie gonna do.
Be like, oh, yeah. Nah,
I don't expect it to be trash. Spider-Man movies usually make money. I'm just saying. Me
neither. I'm not expecting it to be trash, but looking at his filmography, I'm not a hipster. I don't know what that is. Short Term 12, The Glass Castle, The Shack, Just Mercy. It was cool. Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, Brand New Day. So he don't even have a lot on this.
He directed Just Mercy?
Yeah.
With Michael B. Jordan? I thought Michael B. Jordan directed that.
Nope.
I thought that was his directorial debut.
Directed by Destin Daniel Cretton.
What?
Screenplay. He also did the screenplay.
Hold on. Just Mercy is the one about he trying to get Jamie Foxx out of jail. The lawyer one. Yeah, I thought he was behind the camera on that.
He produced it.
He produced
it. Gotcha. Yeah. He was a producer on it. But no, Destin Daniel Cretton did the direction and he wrote it.
It don't take much to get promoted these days. So it just Shang-Chi for Cretton. I guess Thunderbolts made it happen for Schneider to get X-Men. It don't take much.
Well, when your talent pool, and not saying that these guys don't have talent, but when your talent pool is that shallow, it don't take much. He ran all the creators up. Think about it, he ran them all away. So now I gotta get on the phone with the Russos to get them back. I don't know if they got on the phone with him or if he got on the phone with them.
Oh, he got on the phone with them for sure.
You know what I'm saying, to go get the Russos, and now the last two directors of films are coming back to get more, which would be Creighton and Snyder.
Snyder. Okay.
Yep.
We'll
What
see how
team I
that
talk
plays.
about? I mean, MCU green light. Yeah, we know what you're talking about. We know you getting that. You
I mean,
talking
even to get the MCU green light, like, all right, Shang-Chi was cool, but like, like but I mean, look at what's happened though. He did Shang-Chi. He was able to convince them to mash together a Wonder Man series with the Trevor Slattery story that nobody asked for. He's on the next Spider-Man. You know, he got all these characters reportedly being put into his movie: the Hulk, Punisher, the Hand. He got Tobias Harris in that joint playing Tombstone.
right?
You know, he got a lot going on. Not Tobias Harris. What's that man's
I know
name?
you. I know you talking about.
Yeah, Tobias. Yeah, no, I mean, he got some juice right now. I just don't know where did it come from.
It's because there's nobody at
Ain't
the
nobody
helm.
else. Yeah.
Ain't nobody at the helm. Ain't nobody running Marvel. Ain't nobody running Marvel. We give a lot of credit to Feige, but I just don't think nobody. Listen to what you just said. Listen to what you just said.
Just sliding up the ranks.
Who is running Marvel right now? They get rid of Victoria Alonso. They keep Esposito. Nate Moore is out of there now. Like, who is the big decision maker? Because I think Feige was just the rubber stamp. Okay, cool, let's do that. Because ain't no way you letting She-Hulk get out of the door. Ain't no way you letting Secret Invasion get out of the door.
Not if you there every day. Not if
Right.
you're actually watching them.
Like, you're not letting those things get out of the door. So now, I think what they say, the patients that are taking over the asylum or whatever that term is, like, it's
the inmates are taking over the asylum.
Yeah, like, that's what it is now. Yeah. And I'm not using that term to say that it's bad, but it's like, shit, ain't nobody. Imagine, when you go to school and the substitute is there.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Brad Wonderbomb. But he's on the what? Is he
he's
on
the animation side?
Animation side, right?
Yeah.
And see, that's what they got to determine. Okay, Brad Wonderbomb animation. Who's doing Disney Plus? Who's the Disney Plus producer?
Ooh, good question.
Right,
like for the Disney Plus shows, I don't know. Probably Kevin. His name on everything.
He don't need that. Ain't what it needs to be. I need to have let me break these divisions down: animation, Disney Plus, and then major movies. I need to have a head of each department. Who do I have?
Brad is TV and animation.
Brad is TV and animation.
Yeah.
Brad is the
he the guy. He the guy.
Okay. Damn, I don't know if I want that job.
He gonna have his hands full after season 2 of X-Men 97. Yeah. I think X-Men 97 is going to be his telltale sign of whether or not he can cut it. Because once the narrative is completely on him to craft, or him and his creative team to craft, it'll show whether or not Bo's impact was actually missed. I think the second season, they're probably, according to him, they're inching pretty close to what he set. It won't show until season 3.
What Bo already said.
That's what he said. He said from what he hears, most of what he did for season 2 stayed. But you'll really start to feel the impact in the third season.
I hope they prove Bo right. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna get up out of that one. I hope they prove him right. I highly doubt it though. It's hate to say it, Bo did a good job, but it's not hard to tell an X-Men story.
It's not. It's not complicated at all. But then again, I don't think it's that hard to tell a Wonder Man story either. And,
you're absolutely right.
Look where we at. Look where we at.
And on that note, I want to say we out, man. Marcus,
sure.
I appreciate you showing up, man. What y'all got coming up?
We'll be back on the couch on Sunday. Come check us out at 4:30. We'll be streaming Dubs and L's and Behind the Cape. live at 4:30. So come check us out at Back of the Bus Podcast this Sunday. We appreciate your viewership.
Yeah, doing something tomorrow too, right?
What is
Pantheon?
tomorrow? Oh, yeah. Pantheon Thursday. My bad. Yep. And you can check out me, Chill, and Darius Thursday tomorrow at 9:30. We'll be going off.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I say appreciate y'all coming on.
Sure.
Or you coming on, man. Tina said they're gonna send a memo out. Do not talk to Bo.
Don't talk to Bo.
And I know we're trying to get up out of here, but when season 2 drop, be prepared for Bo to just be tweeting 24/7.
Oh, he's gonna be going ham. So this is what they changed, and I really didn't think that they would do this. Nah, if it's going crazy, like if the reception done dropped, he gonna be going nuts. But if everybody like it and it's cool, he gonna sit back and be like, all right, well, shit, you know.
Well, no, he gonna take credit for it. So he gonna be tweeting.
Well, he probably just won't be as loud about it though. You know, he'll be like, hey, you know, this is what I told y'all I was gonna be good. I told y'all what I had for y'all.
He gonna be loud. Episode, I wrote all of that is mine in episode 2. That's all my. They didn't change nothing. That's all mine. This is why I'm suing them now. Like it's gonna be that. It's gonna.
They did take his writer's credit. So if it's sticking to what he put on there and they took his credit, it seems like they're gonna have something to talk about in court.
Yep. But all right, man. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You know what it is. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Y'all take it easy, be safe. And like that there, we are Audi 5000. Yada. Peace.
This concludes today's broadcast from Blues News. We hope you enjoyed tonight's programming and the time we've shared together.
Right. Always be about being authentic. Drop like that. Drop to what it was March, so that we added to the slate on the strength of an exception. So I think it's confident. I think that
Blues News is dedicated to bringing you the very best in pop culture, music, and conversation, serving viewers everywhere, every day. On behalf of our staff and crew, we thank you for watching. We'll return tomorrow with more entertainment, insight, and fun for the whole house gang. Good night and good luck.